Welcome to Raven's Keep, where a bunch of friends come together every week to run, dodge, fight, and survive on our Daggerheart campaign adventure. Come along with us on this week's episode as we journey into perilous situations, unforgettable moments, and companionship that will last a lifetime. This is Raven's Keep. So last we found our troop, you were at the end of an assignment. You all arrived at the capital city of Gamatica, Lettisteer. As you met with your host, Vin Quinlan, the Prince of Gamatica treated you with customary ale and your payment upon return of very important scrolls and the heads of the beasts who were guarding them. Oh. The local law enforcement on Gamatica, known as the Charge, escorted you to the docks and you made sail for the Cytherian coast. Heading out into calm waters, you all reflected on the mission that you just completed, and one by one were experiencing how you all met each other just a few months prior. As we witnessed Roska meet Bubba on the pirate island of Terega, Deckard met Clorinda in the midst of a dangerous beast hunt, and Mozzie met Deckard and Clorinda as they investigated the beast's latest victim. The three of you took chase to find the beast, and as you entered a large market area in the early hours of the morning, merchants began setting up in preparation for the annual March of Merchants. You looked for your foe, which you now know is what is called a skin ripper. Having stolen the flesh of its latest victim, it is not easy to spot in a crowd. You look frantically for it, and Deckard, you managed to spot a peculiar figure heading away from the crowd toward a storm drain. And it began to drop down when you ran into Roska and Bubba. After a moment of pleasantries, you all took off after the beast, who has now disappeared into the storm drain. What ensues was a vicious battle against the Skin Ripper as it crawled on the ceiling, grappled Clorinda, but ultimately took the hits from you all as Deckard took a final shot to it as it attempted to flee. On a critical success, the bullet went through the back of its head and out of its mouth, dropping it dead to the ground. As a safer thrill begins the festivities, you all emerged to a bustling crowd, ready to start the March of Merchants. It is a foggy mid-morning, but that's not stopping the energy that's pouring into the streets of Thrill. Block after block, as vendors are set up one after another. What do you guys do next?
No, I have never seen anything like that in my entire life. Can someone please explain to me, one, what was that creature that we just fought? And two, why were we down in a sewer? I like that it was wet, don't get me wrong. I like the moisture, but I don't like the stench of it, okay?
I wish I could say the same. And Mozzie's just her head is now like way out with her moss. It has gone wild from the humidity, and she starts patting her head down, trying to get it back.
Well, apparently it was a skin ripper.
Okay, that's about all I need to know. Thank you.
Ripped skin. Thank you to our intrepid researcher over here. We were able to find out everything about it.
Clorinda's just, she's like tucked, like hunched over, taking notes on what just happened and writing down like exactly what it felt like for the Skin Ripper to have its claws? Mm-hmm. Talons? Claws? Digging in and trying to write from memory, I guess, what it looked like and sketch pictures.
Get used to that. She does that quite often.
It could come in handy, but it can also, well, I ain't gonna go there yet. I don't know her enough yet, so that's fine.
I've known her for roughly 4 hours. Yeah. She just writes.
Okay.
The whole time. It's quite impressive, really. Roscoe, my good friend. Long time no see.
Aye, good to see you again.
How have you been?
Going on my own adventure, so it seems. How are you feeling?
Oh, feeling just fine, just fine. Bit tired after the night's festivities, but I'll manage.
I don't blame you.
While they're all talking, Mozzie is seeing everybody set up, and she's instantly like trying to get her pots out, and starts up with pots for sale.
Where did you hide those?
Pots.
How many does she have?
Plenty.
Oh.
I hope. See, I use mine for shoes, but they're really good for, plants.
For your feet.
Oh, yeah.
Ha.
They're for these. And then I'm going to pull my foot out of the pot, which will show my root toes.
Could you please put those back?
Wait, hold on a second.
No, don't listen to her.
Hold on
Put
a second.
those back
Hold
right
on a
now.
second.
Put
I
those
need to see
puppies
those.
away.
I need to see. I'm very close to getting a drawing of that. Hold on just 1 second.
I hate to make you uncomfortable, but she needs a drawing, apparently, of my root
You
toes.
wouldn't happen to have any samples
Of my root toes?
of anything?
And Mozzie leans down, and she just plucks a little bit of one of her toes off and just hands it to Clorinda.
Clorinda takes it and says, "Excellent, absolutely fascinating." It goes back to Rendress.
And I'm also good. Mozzie then goes and she just rips out a little bit of her massive moss head like hair. Would this help for your research?
Absolutely. And Clorinda takes it and just keeps writing. Did any of you happen to get a sample from the Skin Ripper?
Ah, yes. Here you go. It's customary for me to take a mark for my kill.
That's pretty cool.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
I hand her just the patch of skin that I tore from the Skin Ripper.
This is excellent. This will be perfect for my research.
What are you going to do with it?
Research.
Okay. Very good, very good.
Pots for sale. Is anybody looking at me? Anybody?
Then the streets are so noisy. If you pretty much have to be seen to be heard.
Do you need...
You're be getting some pots over here.
Absolutely. So I was going to ask, Bubba, I want to help you out with this, right? I want to make sure you get the pots,
yeah.
right? So Bubba walks up to her. You need to sell them pots, or is this just something that you like to do in your spare time?
Well,
Is it a pride thing for you?
No, it helps to have some coin, and also I feel like this could be my calling, but I don't know. I mean, this is the first time I've ever left my home, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But I mean, it'd be nice to have some gold.
Well, all right then. Let me go see if I can find somebody. Convince them to come over here and do your thing. You sell them
Okay.
pots.
I want to remind you really quickly that you do have mobile inventory on you at the moment, but when you did arrive to Thrill, before you spotted the corpse, you did start setting up. So you...
Oh, I do have my...
I would imagine you have more of a setup, albeit probably a short vendor booth.
Am I far
A U-sized
from
appropriate.
my vendor?
You got there like late middle of the night, so you had a pretty good pick.
Okay.
The way that I saw it playing out was you were pretty much at the other end of City Square, which is at the opposite side
Of where I am
from the
currently.
library.
Okay.
So you looked across the square to the other side and saw the body, and then the library was just beyond that. So if you guys were to go back where you came from when you chased the Skin Ripper, you would be going into City Square to where your booth would be.
If we go back to where we came from, I do have a booth. If I don't want to hold anybody up if you have other things to do, but I mean,
Well, I mean, I do like coin. Coin's beneficial for, I feel like, everybody involved. But are there more pressing matters that we need to attend to? Or is there a little bit of free time? Bubba just wants to help make some money.
Any booty?
Well, you would probably be able to find more ready to spend
In the market?
spenders in the city square.
Well, I must be off. I need to update the catalog for the guild about this new discovery.
Oh, okay. Well,
You have a catalog? Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I tend to do that. I'm so bad at that. I'm
it's
so
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. I was just gonna say, it was nice to meet you, I guess.
It was very nice to meet you too, Weed.
I still don't know if you're trying to compliment me or degrade me.
I call it as I see it.
So that's a yes then.
I feel you should just take it as a compliment and move on.
He's a pretty good character.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry.
Okay. Well, thank you all for your help. And for not judging me for my fertilization. That was really nice of you.
No judgment out loud, that's for sure. Yes.
Roscoe holds out a clawed hand to Mozzie and I'm sorry I called you a food supply before. It was, to be fair, I haven't seen on the highest seas walking, talking plants before, but
That's
you're very
okay.
useful.
Lichens are pretty rare. I mean, most of us don't leave Whisper Grove. So I can understand that. And thank you for your apology. I do appreciate it.
Do you need a haircut? Looks like you've got a
Actually,
bit massive there going on there.
that would be great if just not a lot though, because that would be weird. But just enough where the shape is still there.
Just a little off the top and on the sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 on the sides. Got it. All right. Yeah.
This is like an Edward Scissorhands moment with the.
Well, he takes out his blades and just goes. He gets like. Back when I was a cabin boy on Redjaw's crew, I had to, clean up the people and their haircuts. They get really gnarly back there.
Oh, wow. Feels much better now. Thank you.
Arr, be my pleasure.
Yeah, the sewers did a number on me with all that humidity.
All right. I know you said you were looking for me, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All
Yes.
right.
it
Well,
is.
if you're going to be here helping her sell her pots, come to this address. This is where I'll be. All right?
Fantastic. I appreciate that. I will keep this piece of paper. I will not lose it. You can count on me.
Somehow I doubt that. But I shall see you soon.
Fair enough.
Who are the two of you? Where are the two of you going?
I think Clorinda's going to follow Deckard because he said catalog.
Cool.
You had me at cat. Hello.
I think Roscoe's going to help with moving the pots over to the booth and get some selling going there.
Nice. Okay. So as the two of you get into pot sell, are you staying?
I think
You're staying with
Bubba
pots.
was
Oh, yeah.
hanging out too.
Okay.
I'm staying with pots. I'm
three
about
of
to
you-
wrangle up some business.
Cool. The three of you stay in the market. The two of you head off toward the safe house. As the three of you gather some of the mobile inventory to the next block over, you can see. Describe to me what your setup would look like. I mean, you had to travel here on foot, so you probably didn't have a whole lot going on. But describe.
So I had a big crate, and there were 2 sticks on each side that had a Potts and Paisley sign on it that she had made entirely out of moss and flowers. And then the booth itself had like a green tablecloth on it. And on those sticks that were carrying for the thing also has a bunch of terracotta pots throughout, so that way they're all stuck in there.
Now, your inventory, do you have different sizes of pots?
Yes, of course.
So in terms of
I have like the really small ones, and then I have really, really big ones, and I have them varied on each stick, so then that way it causes more to look at.
Cool. So the three of you arrive at your setup. what's your next step? What do you do?
I'd like to scan the crowd of people, and I'd like to find someone who I think is like who's just a sucker. You know? Is there a sucker out there for me to approach?
There's plenty. This is an annual event, and people come ready to spend and ready to take some stuff home that they probably wouldn't buy any other day of the year. And you definitely see like an insanely wide array of all kinds of different walks of life, different races. There's even some ribbits here. There are some folks that I will say this is one of the few events that happen in the year where like class and status blur and mingle. You see people who are super wealthy and well-to-do. Now, granted, they're going to gravitate towards some of the nicer booths. So you might have to do a little bit of legwork.
What are you trying to say?
To bring some attention. Nicer, bigger, taller booths. But yeah, it'd be really easy for you to rope somebody in. If you're looking for one specific person to like target, I would say give me an instinct roll.
Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? That is a 19 with fear.
Okay. There is your fear.
Yeah, he's like already ready for it.
Still an amazing roll. Yeah, so as you kind of listen in to the crowd around you, specifically at some of the booths nearest to where Mozzie's set up, which is a pretty sweet location actually. You do hone in on this like one like pudgy, like middle-aged dwarf who looks like he lives in the woods, like, but not in like a charming way, more of just like a derelict sort of way. He has like shoulder pouches and bags like hanging off him just with all his wares. He's like a human shopping cart just with stuff hanging off. And he's got a pouch that has like stems and leaves hanging out of it that like he grabs like a radish looking vegetable out and he just takes a big bite of it and he's just kind of walking, looking at all the vendors, and it looks like he needs a lot of what people are selling here. Maybe can't afford it all. But he looks like the kind of person that would give a pot salesman the time of day.
Bubba would like to approach this fine, distinguished gentleman.
Okay. Yeah, as he's walking, he kind of stops and like he's facing towards you guys, but he's got his head tilted. He takes a big bite of this like root vegetable, holding it by the stem and leaves, and he's looking over at a booth that sells. They're selling like secondhand, like crates and boxes, like things that you would use to like store and organize wares and items at your home. And he's kind of like looking down at himself, like looking around at all of his pouches and bags, and he kind of lifts one up and like pokes his finger through a hole that's ripped in one. And he's trying to think of like a better way to like go about himself and his life. That's kind of the vibe that you get from this guy.
Okay. Easy pickings. Sir, excuse me, pardon me, friend. How are you doing today? Welcome. What a beautiful day this is it not? Is it not a beautiful day?
Are you talking to me?
Of course I'm talking to you, sir, you handsome devil. Come on, look at you.
Me.
Yes, sir. What's your name? How are you? Who are you?
Why?
Name's Croca.
Kroger? That's the sound I make sometimes at night.
All
Kroger,
right.
listen to me, Kroger. I look like you are standing here looking at some sort of receptacles. Is that not true?
Crates.
Crates, receptacles. That's a great word for it as well. I appreciate that.
Can I help you?
Absolutely, absolutely. You need something. I can just tell. I can tell you need something. We got something that you need. We got what you need right now for the price that you want it to be for. Does that sound like something that interests you?
This sounds great.
Okay. Well, then come with me for a second. We got to stand right over here.
You just kind of lumbers.
Look at you
and
with all
follows
your
you.
plants. All those plants need to go somewhere, don't they?
What you got then?
Hi.
Hello.
It's so good to meet you. It looks like you have quite a few plants on person, right?
That's my food.
That's amazing. Well, what if I told you that I have a pot for your food and it can help it grow?
Grow food.
Yes.
I usually don't have the time to grow food.
Well, everyone should know how to grow their own food. I'm from Whisper Grove, and a lot of the times that's what my people do is we help grow the food.
Right. What I gotta do then?
Well, all you gotta do is get this pot. I would actually get 3 different sizes though, because once the grower pot is done, you're gonna have to move up on size because your plant's gonna get bigger.
Right.
Right? And then you're going to put the dirt in the pot and you're going to transport it, and then you're going to have food and it's going to be amazing.
Mozzie, give me
It's your business then?
Yeah.
That's great.
1 second.
Pots and paisleys.
Mr. Kroger, sir, if I may call you such.
Croker.
Croca, Mr. Croca, sir, if I may call you such. It seems to me that you've got a lot of things on you today that are of your personal, supply. Is that correct? Are you a wandering type?
I have a home, but you know, I wonder where the next one's gonna be.
Well, what if I could tell you the best place to start in making a home permanent is getting these pots right here.
These pots, then he throws the stem and leaves. How much you asking for the pots then?
For 3 a handful.
Handful for 3. Handful of what exactly?
A gold.
Oh dear, it's a bit rich for my blood. You got any discounts today for the March?
Listen, the only thing we can give you a discount on is the quality of product. If you want less product, we can give you a cheaper price. If you just want 1 rather than 3, you can pay a cheaper price for that 1 pot. But, like she mentioned before to you, kind sir, Mr. Croca, you're going to want all 3 because by the time that little plant grows into a bigger plant, and then that bigger plant grows into a much bigger plant, you're going to wish you had all 3 of these pots. And if you don't do this right now, you're going to be making the biggest mistake of your life.
I mean, it's very convenient because you already will have everything.
Give me a presence roll. You're welcome to.
I am actually
I'm
going
gonna
to
help him.
use. Hold on, I'm gonna spend a hope to gain advantage on a roll to deceive or trick someone into believing a lie that I told them.
Wow, that went on a journey, bruh.
Sure did.
That dice had wings.
So I'm gonna spend 1 hope, and I'm gonna get advantage.
If
as a
you
plus.
wanted to help, you
Yeah.
can.
Mm-hmm.
It just you would both roll the d6, and you would
Whoever's-
take the highest roll.
Okay.
The highest of the 2.
Well, yours is probably
Spend a hope.
higher.
Spend a hope.
Well, that's a crit. I don't need to do nothing.
Let it begin.
Can I get it back then?
No, unfortunately not.
I didn't even roll. it though. That's fine. That's fine. But I also get a hope anyways because I rolled a crit.
There you go.
Well, so did you spend the hope to add your advantage at all?
I did, but I
He
didn't.
did, but then he.
But I didn't
rolled a
roll
crit.
the
You
advantage.
didn't roll the
but
6.
I didn't roll it.
I would let you. I'd let you have yours back, but you still rolled
Yeah,
yours to help.
I did
So
roll mine.
So
I'd let you
I
have
get
your
mine
hope
back, and I also get one for a crit. Okay.
Yeah, although I would just say if you claim it, roll it, but just so we don't have to have the gray area business. But yeah, you can have that one back since you didn't add it at all.
Okay. So in the future, should we roll the d12s first, and then if we're not happy,
I
we
would
can
roll them-
use that?
No, I'd
Or-
roll them all
okay.
together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. Spend the hope, roll the die.
Yeah. If it's a bad roll, it's a bad roll. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was your choice.
But you critted, so you don't have to worry about that
Yeah,
right now.
Fair enough.
And this, okay. So he kind of is like, let me see what I got. And he's not in there. And
While he's looking in his
not in
pockets,
there.
Mozzie's just very quietly gonna go and grab that radish stem and put it in her pot shoe.
Okay. You can absolutely do that.
All right.
But like she's gonna be real quiet about it, like it's stealing or
Like it's a
something.
big deal?
Yeah, like it's a big deal when it's not.
Okay.
Poor plan.
So he kind of like, he opens one and he shoves his mitt in there and he's rattling around. Here's some coin. He takes it out. It would appear that I don't have much else on me, but you may be right. Also, you took your hope from your crit, right? Mm-hmm. Do you have any stress from last week?
No.
Okay, so you're good. I suppose they'll come in handy. Fine, here you go.
Thank you so much. And Mozzie immediately goes and she has her 3 pots and she puts them inside each other, kind of like a nesting doll situation. And then she very carefully and kindly wraps it in gold silk that she had and ties it in a bow and just, here you go.
Well, I admit the presentation and your effective salesman were worth paying for.
I'm just gonna very casually while still making it. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, then. Well, yeah, have a good one then.
Wait, before you head off there, Croaked, make sure you tell your friends about us. We got the best prices in town. I'm sure there's more of you around here somewhere, and you're probably pretty friendly with them. So make sure you tell them where we are, okay?
What's your business?
Pots and Paisleys.
Pots and Paisleys, then.
Yeah.
Boy, that went all over the map. All right. Yep. Have a good march, then. My accent.
Oh.
Where are you at?
He
just in the shadows.
He wants the whole thing.
He nods in approval, and then he just disappears into the shadows.
Amazing.
You looking for his next victim. I mean,
Poor child. Just scared to death.
Customer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was amazing. Do you sell things normally?
If I have to, it's a way to survive. So,
Well, that was so amazing. Thank you for your help.
yeah, you're very
That first one is all yours.
well. Thank you, ma'am. It ain't gonna be the only one either of ours. We're gonna
That's
sell
right.
some more today. I can guarantee it.
Did you add your handful of gold?
No, because I'm giving it to...
Okay. Right on. So as you head back off into the crowd to reel in another hapless customer, we zip across to Thrill. And as the two of you head away from the noise of the march and festivities, you find yourselves heading to a much quieter section of the city, not in the center. Far from the larger establishments such as the library and courthouse, city square. Describe to me what the front of the safe house would look like as you approach.
Definitely the safe house on the outside. It's brick. There's ivy overgrown all the windows and everything. Kids kind of treat it like a haunted house, haunted attraction almost.
Sick.
Wrought iron fence in the front in the front there. Big heavy door, the silver handle.
Sick.
Yeah. But it almost doesn't look run down. It just doesn't look lived in.
And by design, kind of a blink and you miss it
Yeah.
type of place. As you approach the door with the silver handle, what item do you have in your possession do you use to unlock the door?
My pocket watch.
Amazing. So what you witness is he pulls out the pocket watch and with a navigation that you didn't think would really be appropriate for something so small and so assuming and so common. It reacts as a mechanism in a way that looks strange and foreign, and results in a shape that, would you say that it's a physical mechanism that unlocks the door, or is it more of a magical nature?
More of magical nature.
Okay.
You'll notice, like, when I touch the pocket watch to the door handle, a small flash of, like, an almost pale green-white light kind of just flashes. The door
Amazing.
unlocks.
Amazing. You hear the click of the door unlocking. That's your signal that the magic is still intact. As you slowly enter the safe house, the inside, does it match the outside?
No. The inside is very well kept. Extremely well kept. Freakishly well kept, even. Everything's shining, it's bright. Big, lit chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. There's a fire roaring off in the living room right next door to the hall there as we walk in. Big, plush, elaborate armchairs sat in front of the fire. Yeah.
As you head into the entry hallway, your curiosity runs wild as you see in display cases strange relics from faraway lands, from hunts past, and from all the places the guild sends your new friend and other hunters like him. You see one in particular in a glass case that causes you to stop in your tracks and stare at it. A relic from a land not too far from your homeland. A place that you thought nobody knew about. That you almost kind of prided yourself on that you did know of its existence. A relic that you also know is wildly uncommon, and that you kind of get the feeling that maybe the guild doesn't know what they have here. And you see, just beyond the candlelight, right past the barrier of the ambient light from the candle, just as the wall of shadow begins, you see emerging from the shadows the end of a double barrel shotgun lift up out of the shadows and point directly at you. And then a voice breaks through the darkness, and all it says is, "Amidst the light."
The shadow awaits.
A moment later, the barrel lowers, and a clank emerges from the shadow. It's good to see you in one piece then, sir.
Bartleby, my good man. It's been too long. How are you?
Not completely rusted yet.
That oil still working well for you, I got?
Is much appreciated, sir. Goes to good use, so try not to overuse it. Don't want to run out before your return.
Oh, don't worry. I brought you more. And just pull out like a small bottle from my belt and
You are too kind, sir.
anything for you, my friend.
You look indeed worse for the wear. Are we expecting additional company?
Ah, yes. This is Clorinda.
Hello.
Wonderful new friend.
This is Bartleby. My oldest friend.
Oh,
Tis a pleasure indeed.
nice to meet you.
Well, the fire is already hot. Please, follow me into the parlor. Get yourself situated. I will fetch the bandages, and I'll get some hot food on for you.
Oh, and bring the ledger.
Right away, sir.
Thank you.
As he kind of like wheels off, you can kind of hear him like in the kitchen, kind of scurrying about, getting a pot on the fire, and gathering up some effects. And you see down the hallway, like he then emerges from the kitchen where he turned into, and then goes just straight across to the other room where the ledger is. And the two of you make your way into that living room area with the high back leather chairs, crackling fire. There's a small side table with a decanter that is full with a couple glasses sitting next to it. The room is dim. The room is safe. The room is quiet. The two of you kind of settle in, and Bartleby comes in and, without saying anything, sets a large leather-bound book, the Hunter's Guild Ledger, down on the side table next to the chair you always favor, the one with the decanter closer to it. And he begins to kind of like almost like Swiss Army knife, from different pockets and pouches and stuff like that, different spots. He gets like a vial that he pours on your arm, your wound. There's a hot sensation at first, burning sensation, and what you see is a wisp of like white essence coming off of the wound. And Bartleby looks at that and says, "Well, that's a relief. Good. Just a physical wound then."
Yes, nothing more. Have you by chance brewed up a batch of tonic recently?
It was always a fresh batch,
Good.
ready to go top shelf.
All right, good. I'm out, so I'll just need some before we go.
Well, you're here now, sir. You will not leave with it empty.
I appreciate it, my friend.
So as he patches your arm up, you guys kind of just take this moment of reprieve as the three of you kind of begin to wrap things up a little bit. You've made some great networking and great contacts, but I wouldn't say that it was overly fruitful. You're competing with an annual event full of merchants that bring their best. However, you guys do notice that you're the only one selling pots. So it gives you a hopeful edge that maybe this is a good kind of a good area to focus your efforts on long-standing.
It's all right, Mozzie. They say it's a numbers game, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I had got some good ideas today. I mean, I can actually grow flowers anyway, just because I can. So maybe that might be part of what I do, is like I can just set it up already so they can just come and buy a flower or, some food or something like that. So maybe it'll be just fine.
That's a great idea. I think it's worth a shot. What do you say, Shelley? You think that's something she should try out?
Ross is coming back from the alleyways and his head is slumped and he's coming back dejected.
What's wrong?
I couldn't get a single customer.
That's okay.
Customer? What are you selling, brother?
I had no idea what I was doing wrong there. I would just be in the shadows, looking around, and I'd see someone, and I'd come up and be like, you want what's coming to you, right? And then they'd run away screaming, and then I was trying to say, pots. You want pots to go to my friend's place, and then
I think I might have known what happened. I think they thought you were trying to kill them.
They heard shots.
I was just holding knives.
I think that was your problem.
Oh.
Shelley, we're gonna have to have a conversation about everything you just said.
You should watch Bubba. He knows how to work a person.
Really?
Can you rephrase that, please?
I mean, I wasn't even doing
wrong.
can I get you? No, I didn't even do that. But I was just holding the knives. I said, you want what's coming to you, and then they left, screaming. Screaming into the day. No.
Okay.
Can you see why they would do that, though?
Maybe you look at it from their perspective. If you had somebody just pop out of the shadows with some knives, and they said, you're going to get what's coming to you, how would that
freak you out a little? Maybe?
No, I'd be ready for a fight and be like, "Arr."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ready for a fight. They probably thought you were trying to fight them.
Oh.
Or murder them.
And they clearly
Or
saw
don't.
that you're a superior being to them in the fighting world, so they ran away because they didn't want to get hurt.
I mean, you have quite
I'm
the
pretty
shell.
superior in the fighting realm.
Yes, of course you are. Look at you.
Yeah.
Arr.
Come on.
Hmm.
But next time, maybe let me do the talking. Maybe you hang out with us.
Yeah, you should listen to Bubba talk.
You could just stand there and be intimidating, right? Like if they don't buy from us, something bad's gonna happen.
Ooh.
Oh, but
you-
nothing bad?
let them use their imagination, though, right? But don't tell them something bad's gonna happen. Let them think
Yeah,
about it.
don't let them be scared. I don't want anybody coming here scared.
No, of course not. I'm trying to hurt anyone, of course.
Yeah.
Now, if there's some snooty political figure trying to come around, I'll,
Does that happen a lot?
every once in a blue moon, but yes.
Oh.
Is
We
it
don't-
tonight a blue moon? Oh, Lord.
It's kind of a whitish gray.
So, do you think Decker wants us to like go and meet up with him, or am I not invited to this? Because
I know,
I can't get a read,
Hey, I feel like we're all invited. He gave me the address to this place.
and he knew you were coming with me, so I guess it's fine, right?
We fought off a
course.
skin ripper. We might as well be family at this point.
He let you shoot his gun. I don't think he would do that unless he trusted you.
That's a good point, and I shot really well.
Right off your feet, you did. Like, bang!
It was impressive, to say the least. I didn't think you'd be able to handle it, but
You'd be surprised what I can handle.
Loading.
fair enough. All right, so y'all want to pack up? Maybe we can head up down to that address and
Sure.
meet up with them?
I have like a little pack that I carry on my back, and I put all of my stuff in there, and it's in my pack, and I'm like, put it on my little shoulders, and I'm like, let's go. And it's about as big as me.
You need a hand with that, Mozzie.
Sure, if you don't mind.
All right. And he just lifts the bag and Mozzie up.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can walk with that. This is cool too. I'm fine with this.
Yar.
Off we go.
Deckard. Ever the caution that is instilled in you in the concealment and protection of these safe houses. What you see when you look down at the paper is not a physical address, but a symbol. I'm gonna give you some time to
Thank you.
show me what that symbol would look like. You don't have to do it tonight, but it is a guild symbol. Again, blink and you miss it, but you know. It is the universal language across the guild. Your best bet is to try and find one that looks like the thing that's drawn on your paper.
Okay.
What's wrong?
So two things. First is I've actually never been here before.
Me either.
No, I'm not from here.
Me either.
Okay. This continent.
Uh-huh.
I'm not from here.
Me either.
Neither be I.
Uh-oh. Are we gonna get lost?
I will say that you would know roughly, like, in your history together,
Okay.
because you saved his life, the knowledge of the general area of where this safe house is,
Okay.
even just generally speaking, is a privileged knowledge.
All right.
One that's not handed out to just anyone. So you know, generally speaking, in the city where it lies.
All right.
But to him, it's the address. So you can at least lead the charge.
Okay.
Almost like hands on a compass is a general direction,
All right.
which you're very good at. Being a seaman.
Bubba.
Well,
Can you hand me the address there?
no, I'd very much like to hand this to you because, like I said, two things. One, I ain't from here. And number two, he said address.
All right.
What in the world is that? That's no
drew a
address.
picture, I
Arr.
think. Hang on, are you sure it's that way? And Mozzie's gonna flip it to the other way. And she's gonna sweat a bit. I don't know if that's right either.
I'm gonna give this to you
All right.
because y'all know each other from the past. I think you might
this
have
like
a
the
better
back of your
idea of
paw. All right.
what we're dealing with here. Does that look familiar to you?
Fascinating. Yes. All right.
Are you sure it's not supposed to go? And then she flips it like one more way over. Is it supposed to go like that?
No, it's this way, kind of diagonal. All right. And we go that way. We go that way. All right.
Okay. You're still carrying me.
Onward. Yep.
So along for the
one
ride.
You're just like kicking your feet.
Let's go.
So the three of you head off, and true to form, the sound of the bustling market fades away, and you find yourselves walking quiet city streets. And I will say, since you're leading, you have a general idea, and you've got the paper. Give me an instinct roll, please.
Instinct.
You guys are welcome to spend hope to help, since you've both also seen the symbol, but you do not have to.
I'm not going to because I already
I'm
tried
not
that once.
going
It didn't work.
I'll do it.
There's no fog or anything obstructing view, right? Okay.
I'll do it.
Figured I might.
It's a D6, right?
D6, yeah.
So spend a hope. Roll d6.
4
13 with fear.
plus 4.
Plus 4, 17. Very nice.
Helpful.
I will say that just, 17 was the number to get.
Wow.
You don't
thing you
even
didn't-
really notice you don't even really notice the safe house at first. You almost kind of take a few steps past the door, but then you kind of are like walking, looking at the paper as you walk, and you're just, and you kind of stop, take a few steps back, and you can see there is quite a growth of vines, as you explained, and you kind of like push the vines out of the way.
Careful.
Oh yes, of course.
Very like Lost Boys, you're pushing the vines, and you can see carved into the side to the left of the door is a matching symbol.
Oh.
Sir, we have a few figures approaching the door.
What do they look like?
Not much like anything I've ever seen. It looks like we have a sea-worn fellow carrying what looks like a plant, and then we have a ribbit, which
Yes,
You
yes,
know any of these
we are
figures?
expecting them.
wonderful.
No need for the passcode.
Yar, let me in. Open sesame.
Are you sure?
Bartleby, I'm fine. They're expected.
Understood. So the three of you hear, and the door opens, and you see a clank that has a outfit pretty similar to your friend Deckard.
Nice.
Love it.
Except there's like a metallic quality to it, almost like the clothing. Like he was built for this. This is what he was made for. Almost like the clothing itself has a metallic nature to it. Yes, I am to understand that we are expecting your company. Deckard is in fact here. Would you do come in quickly now?
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you, friend.
Bartleby.
Bartleby. Pleasure. The name's Bubba.
Welcome, Bubba. And the two of you?
My name's Mozzie. It's nice to meet you.
Mozzie.
It's Raska. Pleasure to meet you.
Raska. Well, do come in. They are in the parlor just down the hall to the right. And he lets you in, closes the door, and what you see on the inside of the door, he takes out a similar object, looks like a small pocket watch on a chain. But his hand turns into a mechanism that is not like, like a 5-fingered hand as you know it, that connects with the pocket watch as all one mechanism, and lets off this magical essence to the door. And without him touching the door, you see the locks all the way down to the handle. And he takes his leave down the hallway and hangs a left at the end, and you kind of hear some clanking of like dishes and cookware and stuff like that out of view.
Deckard, D-Man.
Down the hall to the right.
Raska, you can put me down now.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Deckard sitting in the armchair, the giant leather-bound ledger in his lap as he scratches on it with a quill, describing the encounter with the skin ripper.
Oh, there's some pretty sweet digs here you got, brother. Look at this.
They belong to the guild, but it's technically mine because I'm Cater's protector for the guild.
All right. Enough for me. Can I squat a spot?
Yes, take any way you see.
Bubba like jumps up a little bit and then just like plops down onto a chair.
You kind of like you hit the cushion and sink in.
That's nice. What kind of material is this?
That was a bugger snatch skin.
I'm sorry I asked that question.
And as you're having this conversation, you just see like a metallic hand, and right over your shoulder provides you with a glass of something pretty strong.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Pleasure, sir. And he off again, and provides with some drinks.
Do you happen to have puddle water?
Well, I'm sure that the city has no shortage of puddles, my green friend. But I'm sure that I could get you a glass of water if you like.
That would be wonderful. I'm getting thirsty. Thank you.
Pleasure. He scampers off. A few minutes later, he re-enters, and he now has 4 arms, and each one is holding a bowl of hot, steamy stew. And he kind of just tink, 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 tink. And 2 of his arms, one of his arms was holding 2 bowls, and he kind of like sets them down, and the other one was holding a bowl and a glass. Sets the bowl down, hands you a glass of water, and just deals out some hot food, some drinks. And so to what do we owe the pleasure of your new company, sir?
Well, they helped us take down the skin ripper that was terrorizing the town. I'm sure you read about it.
Oh, yes, I saw the headlines. That's frightful business, frightful. I'm glad to hear that you all made it here in one piece, and no doubt lended your hand in the defeat of this creature.
No, it was nothing. You should have seen it. It was actually easier than we thought it would be.
Is this true, sir?
It gave quite the chase. But in the end, we were able to take it down.
Well, I have no doubt.
Everyone here has had a hand in its defeat.
I did it.
Oh.
I almost died.
Oh, dear. Do you have wounds that need attending?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you
Did that heal me?
You just
Oh, yeah.
sitting here?
Okay.
like,
We're still in
bleeding out
flashback
this
mode,
whole
so
time?
it'll all get... Yes.
Slowly bleeding out.
So he does look down, and just within your robes... What color are your robes?
Gray.
He sees the red mingling in with the gray. Oh dear, my deepest apologies. One moment. And he reaches, and when you reach into a cloak, you reach into the cloth and blah, blah, blah. His cloak is metallic. So, and it almost, like, as he goes to reach in, it goes tink, 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 and like billows around his hand. And he grabs another vial of that liquid. Emea.
Yes. What exactly is that?
This is whether or not to determine if you are, cursed to turn into what attacked you. For lack of better term, we have ways to ensure that Well, you see, there are many different kinds of afflictions. Not all are just physical.
Oh, yes, of course. That makes sense, though. Yes.
The types of the types of creatures that, well, your new friend Deckard here has been on assignment to hunt. They can harm in much more prolonged ways than just a physical wound. If the result turns a deep crimson or a putrid green, we'll just say that more extensive methods of healing would be in order. If the essence remains clear or colorless, this is just a physical maceration then.
Bubba's on the edge of his seat. Just waiting.
Get well.
Mozzie's taking the water and dividing it between her two pots and just like staring and watching the whole thing go down.
I'm still just writing. Not like I'm not.
yeah. You've been through this so many times.
This is like just nothing to Decker.
You're just like, yeah.
Bartleby, she's gonna be fine.
Well, I do believe that you will. But we must take all precautions. You understand?
Oh, yes, of course.
This is to remain a safe house. That is my purpose.
Sure.
To protect the sanctity of that at any cost.
Right.
So what if she's not fine, though? What,
We
If
do
she
have...
turns green, I'm green all the time, and I'm
probably
fine.
try.
Right to Davy Joe's locker.
Well, you see, there are guild journals that would explain further what the different results would mean for you. But there's no mathematics to this. It depends on what ancient creature imparted itself upon your wound.
Yes, of course, but if I may, would I be able to have access to these journals? Just for reading?
Well, all hunters are given access to the guild library.
Library.
I don't know if that extends to a friends and family situation.
You can see the ledger. We'll start there.
Excellent.
We'll start there.
you look pretty good for someone who might turn into a
I
creature.
might die. Yeah, it's okay.
That said, we do have some means here under our roof that could provide some levity until we have more concrete solutions, if there is a deeper issue here. But indeed, we should check.
All right. Well, what do I need to do?
Just relax, if you don't mind. And he kind of has like, again, his hands kind of like and turn into like a tentacle kind of thing with like little grabbers at the end. He's like, don't worry, I've been the caretaker for quite a long time. You don't have to do anything at all. And as he's saying this, like these like machine like metallic come and they just kind of like you have outer robes, right?
Correct.
And okay,
No.
so he just kind of like holds them out just a little bit to get a closer view.
Which
of
is
them.
Podcast.
way back.
Wait, is there a more private place that we can do this?
Of course. However, if you don't mind, once the solution is applied, I would ask that we make our haste back in here. In the event that it is not just a flesh wound, I would like to be in the company of a capable hunter. Not making any assumptions, of course.
Oh, yes.
Bartleby, stop scaring the poor girl and just do it.
Yes, sir. Right away then. And he kind of ushers you out. And a moment later, all of you are on pins and needles like, okay.
I'm not.
You're not at all.
You're like, I'm not infested yet.
It'll be fine. A moment later, the two of you re-enter. Please then, retake your seat. It'll only be a moment. And you feel that same kind of hot, burning sensation, but only momentary. And second goes by and you see kind of emerging from you is this white, ethereal kind of billowing magic essence, and then it just kind of dissipates into the air.
I don't think
All
I've
right,
ever
then.
seen that before.
Well, it was safe to assume that we didn't have any real issue here, considering that the same beast attacked the two of you. However, different people react in different ways, and assuming is probably the worst thing that we can do in a confined space. So, we are safe then. Shall we progress with our evening? How's everybody's stew?
It could use some more bugs.
Bugs then.
That's right. I tend to
certainly-
eat bugs.
Certainly try to round some up for you.
You know, if you could, that'd be great. But no
bugs,
pressure.
Bugs for Rosca as well?
Why would you assume I eat bugs? No, yes, sure.
I assume that anything not human would eat a bugs, and even some humans.
Oh.
Some humans eat bugs. You just don't know?
Racist. Yes.
For the plant? Sorry, what are you?
I'm Malaysian. And so I don't really eat. I mean, sometimes I need fertilizer, but I've done that recently, so the water is fine. Thank you.
Wonderful. Post haste then. Feel free to enjoy the heat of the fire while it's still warm. And he scampers off out of the room. Is there anything you guys want to say or do at the moment?
I close the ledger, and I just hand it to Clorinda. Knock yourself out.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, literally, do it.
But you may read it. You shall not copy it.
What can I do?
Read it.
That seems
Can
pretty
I,
clear.
Can I read it and then right after I read it?
The only thing I ask is that any mention of the guild you see in there, you do not transcribe.
Oh, I can do that.
Anything about the beasties is fine.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
She starts reading and writing at the same time.
I'm just glad you found the place.
Well, if it wasn't for Shelly over here, I don't think we ever would have found it. To be quite honest with you. The address you gave us was a little,
Cryptic,
lackluster, to say the least.
Well, we have our secrets for a reason. I'm sure you can see we are in quite a violent business.
I see that, but secrets don't make friends.
Yes, but they keep them.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone.
Yes, but they also keep the best friends.
We best friends now?
No.
Well, then what is that supposed to mean? What are you talking about?
Why were you searching for me?
Can we probably do this, when we're, maybe talk separately? Would
I
that be
thought
alright?
we weren't gonna have secrets from each other.
If we weren't gonna have secrets from one another, then he would have wrote down where we're supposed to be the entire time. And to be honest with y'all, I just met pretty much every single one of you. And
Well, I have nothing to hide.
clearly, the only thing you're hiding are those root toes of yours, and I wish you wouldn't have showed us those in the first place.
Mozzie's just gonna sit down and just put her pots underneath her, like behind her, just kind of embarrassed.
Clorinda's not even gonna look up, but she's gonna say,
I see nothing wrong with secrets.
Secrets don't make friends. Friends make
If it will
friends.
make you feel better, you're obviously from Bagomir, yes?
How could you tell? Was it that obvious?
How could you tell?
Your people have a certain dialect. I've been there a couple of times.
That's exactly why I wanted to find you, D-Man. Okay.
Well, if it will make you feel better, we can discuss this elsewhere.
That would be appreciative. Yes, sir. Maybe in due time. I don't want to put y'all out or anything, but It's just personal. I'm sure y'all understand.
I don't care.
I swear. Let's get back to reading, Specs. I'm tired of this
I
already.
didn't stop reading. I'm just letting you know that not everybody cares about that.
All right then.
Anyways, moving on. But yeah, if we can find a place, maybe. Doesn't have to be right now. But the sooner the better, to be quite frank with you. It is sort of a time crunch.
All right. Deckard stands up and stretches, checks his pocket watch, plays with it in his hand. Follow me to the study.
Study. Oh, now your ears perked up, didn't they? Yeah, I bet they did.
As the two of you get up and head out,
Do not touch anything.
Mozzie's gonna have just literally has her little leaf hand about to touch something when he says that, and she's just like slowly lowers her hand.
and it's like this one of a kind, like ancient urn, thousands of years old.
I'm sorry, but your pot is beautiful.
That pop, shall it break, shall disintegrate everything in the house.
She puts her leaf hands up and just slowly walks away.
To be honest, I don't know why. Possibly keeps it on display.
Yeah, I don't think that he's very bright.
Instead of putting things in his bag, he decides to make shadow puppets on the wall.
Are you staying put in writing, or are you following them?
No, I got what I needed. I got what I need right here. I'm good.
So as the two of you get up and head out of the room, you go down the hall just a little further, and you turn to what would be a room toward the back of the safe house, and there's a floor to ceiling like glass wall that's rounded, almost like a bay window, but all the way up. However, none of you remember seeing windows from the outside. From the inside, you can see out, clear as day. Lining the walls are dark wood-stained bookshelves, stock full, all over. And it's not just books, it's like homemade books, like leather bound, where you can see someone took leather string and tied it in and made these things, these writings that did not exist outside of or prior to the guild. You both head into the study, and there's a desk and a chair in the middle, and then closer to that rounded kind of like inset of windows are two similar high back leather chairs, another decanter, a couple glasses, so you can like kind of have a seat and look out over the city. You can sit at the desk and do some writing, some studying, some work on guild business. Or you can read and walk on, but the room is yours.
Certainly, you must know I'm a hard man to find.
Yes, sir. That was apparent. But
Clearly, you don't know what kind of work I do.
well, I've got an idea now at this point, which is, only leads me to believe that I made the right decision trying to come here to find you. As hard as that was, and trust me, it was difficult. But I think I made the right decision. But
Deckard pulls a small flask from his belt, just opens it, knocks back a little sip, grimaces at the taste, screws it back, puts it back, and then he pours some scotch. Pours me some scotch. Just hands you. What could a ribbit from Bagaman need from a man like me?
well, I'm glad you asked. Listen, I'm gonna cut right to the chase. I'm not gonna hide it behind all this flu fairy tale mumbo jumbo and try to beat around the bush, as per se. I'm gonna cut right to the chase, because I feel it's important to be honest with people. And by the end of the day, if you're gonna trust me, I need to trust you. And the only way to trust somebody is by being honest with them and being upfront and telling them the truth. So that's exactly what I plan on doing. If you'd like to hear it, that is.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
That being said, you know in Bagomir there's a couple of creatures that are, as far as I know, myths. Right? That means may not be real.
I know what a myth is.
Okay, well, I don't know what you know. Okay, so fine, all right. The thing is, my mama went missing. Okay? And I don't know where she went. I don't know if something could have taken her. I don't know if she just got lost somewhere. What I do know is something was calling her. And albeit for me, I'll tell you, I'm not a chicken. Okay, I ain't scared of things that I do know. But things that I don't understand or know, that kind of terrifies me a little bit.
Well, you're right. There are some big nasties in Bagomir. Some that your people believe to be myth. That is not the case.
Not the case?
No. Deep within the swampland, there are some very nasty creatures. However, one would have to go very far out of their way to find them. So, it is very highly unlikely, I don't know your mother, but highly unlikely that she would have wandered into their home.
You say that, but I mean, she always came home. She was a very, very punctual person. You know, she understood. You know, chores were a big deal for us. She didn't come home one night to take care of them chores, and well, that got me worried. What do you think could have happened to her?
It's hard to say, really. I mean, do you have any evidence it was a beastie?
The only thing that I know is that this would happen a couple of times, right? So, before she left, there were a few times where she would wander out, and which was unlike her. She would come back, and I tried to ask her about it, and the only thing she could tell me is that she was hearing voices. Okay,
Voices.
That's right, voices. But that's not the funny part. You hear things all the time in the woods, right? Something that could sound like a voice may not be.
I assure you they are.
Oh, don't tell me that. But the worst part of it was she said she heard her mom calling her from in the woods.
Are you certain?
I'm certain, and I'm certain that her mama ain't alive no more. So how is that possible? How can she hear the voice of someone who is dead calling from her? Calling for her. To try to get her to come out. That's what she got. She was attracted to the sound of her mama's voice.
Bubba, was it? I need you to be certain. She was hearing her mother's voice. Her dead mother's voice.
That's what she told me. She sounded pretty darn sure about it when she told me. When I asked her, my mama don't lie. She's a very honest person, just like me.
Deckard stands up, doesn't say a thing, and starts rifling through books on the shelves.
Okay.
Looking at one, throwing it down on the ground until he finds one. An older one, kind of falling apart. And it's just labeled Bagomir and Myths. I just place it down, start flipping through it. Well, we found ourselves a myth, my friend.
You found a myth. Myth meaning it ain't true, right?
There are very few myths that I have not been able to prove.
Okay, well, I don't
However,
like
this
that.
is one that I have never seen before.
I don't like that even more.
This is a day of first for me, I must say. A skin ripper now, and then we have the same account from hundreds of years ago. the voice of a dead relative, deep from the swamps of Bagamere, calling out to one. The person disappearing the next day.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid, my friend, this might be more than myth.
That's what I was afraid of.
What? Could also just be a coincidence. And I shut the book.
Proof of dust.
You can never be certain in my line of work until you actually see it with your own eyes or sink your blade into it.
Well, considering, there's something you're not telling me right now, which I understand you got your secrets.
No, there's nothing I'm not telling you right now. I'm telling you everything the guild has.
That's it.
On this same instance.
Is this something you might be interested in? Helping me? Please. Please, D-Man. Please. From me. Your buddy.
I don't know you.
Well, what better way to get to know somebody than to go on a road trip?
Listen. Bagamere is very far away.
I know. I just made the trip to come over here to find you. And I would hate, with all due respect, I would hate to leave here theoretically empty-handed without help from someone as capable and charming and dashing and capable as you. Capable.
Flattery does not work on me, but thank you.
Doesn't it?
Listen.
There's still time.
Listen.
You might turn, brother. Come on.
A trip like this, I must prepare. There are things I must attend to.
Of course.
Before I can make such a trip.
Right, but
however,
anything in your book say what, timeline maybe, or if they're gone forever, like what, ballpark it for me if you could.
Are you sure you want to hear this next part?
Bubba just shakes his head no, but says yes. Yeah, I want to hear it. Please, I have to know. This is my mama we're talking about. His mom. She's everything to me. Please, Deck.
No one ever saw the person again.
All right, well. that was what, a couple hundred years ago?
Yes.
1,000 years ago? I don't know what is time, but...
it is typically a man-made construct.
Right. I'm not a man. So there might be a chance that it could be different for us, ribbit folk.
Listen, I will help you. I will help you.
My man.
Contracts have been rather slim lately.
Okay, well, you say the word contract, that makes me want to shake a little bit. I can't promise you any sort of reward. Maybe how about this? Right, my homeland, very sacred to me. I hadn't left it my entire life, okay? If you can help me bring my mom back, I'll share my land with you. And if you knew how valuable land is where I'm from and what it meant, that would be enough.
Fair enough for me, friend. Cheers.
I would say that gives you an idea that there has yet to be an established hunter safe house on the continent of Bagamere.
Yeah. I could use some land out there.
Everyone could use some land out there. It's beautiful. You bet. You know how beautiful it is.
Beautiful's not the word I would use, but it is your land.
His land is my land.
His land is
now it's gonna be your land.
But you'll help me. You'll do it? You'll help me? Come on.
Of course I'll help you.
My man. See, I told you we'd be friends.
Oh, God. This is going to be a journey.
It will be a journey. It'll be fun. I feel some of it will be fun. Let me rephrase. Most of it will not be fun. For you, but for me, I think we're gonna have a pretty good time.
Oh, we shall see.
As the two of you clink a glass And the rest of you are in the parlor enjoying the fire and some drinks, not touching anything.
Does Roska have to be in the parlor?
Not at all.
Could he perhaps be
Making
cloaked?
him a
Rogue Andy is the best thing.
As
ever.
long as you're not moving and you have managed to have gotten hidden,
what you're doing?
you can be cloaked.
Could he be in the room where?
There's
Bubba
definitely some shadowed corners
Okay. Yeah.
in this. Oh, in the study.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I will say this.
All right.
I will request
Okay.
a finesse roll
Ooh.
to
Okay.
successfully follow them down the hall, make your way into the room to then get hidden.
Should I roll opposed to anything?
You can do a contested instinct roll.
I've tried to figure.
Instinct against finesse. Let's go.
I was trying to think of a way to make an excuse of adding my experience of getting that booty, but I don't know if I'll be able to make
No
that.
booty in this house.
No booty. Are you sure about that?
Unless you want to curse, Andy.
Yeah, there's cursed booty all over the
I am
place.
prone to curse. Exactly. Curses are my life.
I know. Wow, dropped at the same moment.
17 with fear.
Regnable?
It's real quiet over there.
16 with fear.
I think he knows you're there.
Who's that creeping in?
I realize he's in the study. I realize he's in the study, and as me and him leave, I just pour another bottle, another thing of scotch, and just leave it on the table.
Classy.
Yeah, I would say as you guys get up, you have to walk past the desk that's in the middle of the room. And knowing he's there, you walk with the glass, and we see you walk past the desk, and you just set it on the desk without stopping on your way out, full glass. You rolled a 16 with fear.
Yeah.
On your way back out of the study, you knock over a small clay pot with a lid on it, with some hieroglyphs painted on the outside.
Did I catch it?
As it shatters on the floor,
No. Can I super glue it back together?
this small black apparition, real small to your eyes, shoots out of it and stops in front of you for a second, almost like a hummingbird, and zips on out of the study. And you hear, you see just through the doorway, Bartleby come in with his hands, come in and clasp, and they turn into this metallic cage. And he whispers something you don't understand, and this aura forms around the cage, interwoven like magic thread with the metal that made this cage that his hands are now almost like a Chinese finger trap
Oh, yeah.
with this apparition stuck inside. And he looks in. Please do be careful. We can prepare for some things, but not all things. And I'd like to have to deal with nothing if I could help it. Thank you.
You're a reliable crewmate, and you know that? You're a lot less rusty than the one that was on our boat.
You have no idea the carnage that this would create if it was let loose in the city.
That little thing.
It would crumble the city inside of a week.
Oh.
Please don't touch anything. Make your way back to the parlor and enjoy the rest of your night. And he just turns stiff and takes it off out of view. And as you all rejoin back in the parlor, do you try to make it like nothing happened?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you want to tell him?
Nah. I just vanished.
I would say you heard the shatter and you kind of stop for a moment. You know that Bartleby will get it.
Mm-hmm.
You head back into the parlor. And as you all take your seats once more and enjoy the rest of your night, we're going to take a break. We hope you're enjoying the adventure so far, as Mozzie, Deckard, Bubba, Clorinda, and Roska face perilous odds on their journey. each one coming from their own rich pasts, carrying their own driven goals. Mozzie, traveling from the fantastical, magical Whisper Grove, marches on bravely into a wider, larger world. Deckard, ever on the hunt for the next monster he can slash or shoot on his quest to rid Katra of its evils. Bubba, in a noble search for answers and solutions in an effort to bring an end to a dark reality. Clorinda, diving into the planet's deepest, most ancient knowledge in search of her own intellectual expansion, carrying secrets of a past shrouded in mystery. And Roska, set to explore the lands beyond the seas in a quest to grow and prepare himself to once and for all be the captain of his own story. These brave companions bring their individual goals together to create a group capable far beyond the underestimation they often receive. Continue along with us across the continent of Cytheria on a path full of danger, wonder, and everything in between. All right. So, after some time of reprieve in the parlor area, and taking advantage of some of the food and the drink of the safe house, and of course, the feeling of safety, considering what you all just faced, it is getting to be about time to depart. And the four of you kind of make your exit.
Do we get like a downtime? Is that what you're talking
Well,
about?
we're still in flashback, so it'll all reset once we get to present day. So yeah, typically you would, yes. But yeah.
Sorry?
And as the last two make your way from the parlor down the hall.
Well, Bartleby, thank you again for the unending hospitality.
Well,
Thank you for containing the that cursed being.
Oh, yes, well, we can't have one of those flying around the city now, can we?
Yeah, no. Before I go, I need to refill my tonic. I'm going to need quite a bit.
Yes.
I don't expect we'll be back anytime soon.
Straight away, sir.
All right.
And he approaches what it looks like is a cast silver like vase of sorts, and the middle of it he lifts and it opens a seam that you don't even see, but the top of it opens on a hinge, and there's a vial or flask similar to yours but larger, containing quite a bit of this, the tonic, and he tops you off.
Thank you, my friend. And anywhere from headquarters?
No, it has been unusually quiet for some time now.
I tried hailing the train. Nothing.
It's no result then.
No result. There's still the other matter of what I found in Mornvale.
Yes.
I'm still investigating, but we'll keep that close to the chest for now.
Have the guild been updated on the progress you have made in Mornvale?
There's been no word. I fear there's something going on and Roran hasn't reached out.
It's quite unusual. I know that he is quite a preoccupied person, but to not reach out to one of his own hunters is quite unusual.
Well, as you know, me and him have a special relationship.
Yes.
More like he trusts me. I mean, he molded me into what I am. He pulled me from hell. Quite literally. So I'm sure he's fine. He's very capable.
Well, it would do us all well to stay on the optimistic side of things.
Very true, very true. But you hear anything, you know how to reach me. I shake the pocket watch.
I will put out the signal immediately.
Thank you, my friend.
Will there be anything that you or your company will need before you set out?
No, I think we'll be fine. Keep things tip-top here.
As it is my duty, sir. Safe hunting, and I will be here upon your return.
Excuse me, Mr. Bartleby.
Yes, Miss Mosey.
I just noticed that you guys don't have any plants here. And I feel like it's very important for you to have something in this house. And she just takes out a little grower's pot, and with her using my wild touch, I grow a flower in the pot and I hand it to Bartleby.
And as he takes it very gently, you hear like his eyes like blink, but like almost more like the blades of like camera aperture. Mm-hmm. And they're like staggered a little bit, and he kind of tilts his metallic top hat head to the side.
It's a daisy.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you very much. It's very generous. I will make sure it has all that it needs.
Great.
Do take care, Miss Mozzie. This is a dangerous business you are tiptoeing into, and remain prepared.
Thank you.
And he's going to take the pot, and you see him like set it down on the entryway table and open just a little peek of the curtain, just enough.
Before we go, I just pull like a blank black journal from a shelf nearby. Yeah, right?
Sick track.
Yeah. And I hand it to Clorinda. Since we'll be on the road for a bit, I will let you chronicle anything we see in this book for the guild.
That's quite the honor, actually. Bartleby.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you be able to send a letter to the Thrill Library for me?
Quite. And what would you like it to say?
Oh, I've already written it. Here you go.
Wonderful.
There's no guild secrets in there, is that?
No, it's just a note to my professor back at the library.
Oh, the stuffy one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will send it out with the first postman.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
And it has some notes about the skin ripper. It just says, "Dear Professor," even though it's not really her professor. "Dear Professor." Enclosed, you will find some records that I have taken about the skin ripper. I'm not quite sure when I will be returning. Please take care of the library for me. I will organize it as soon as I get back. Sincerely, Clorinda.
I like how you gave yourself a job and you're already basically quitting.
That's awesome.
Wonderful. So as the five of you set off out of the safe house, on into the greater city ahead, we are lifted out of the city of Thrill and transported a few months ahead to present day, where you have been sailing across the channel from Gamatica into Cytheria. It has been calm waters, and you've spent this time in reflection of the short time that you spent together. And just as you are recounting the horror of the Skin Ripper, you are your attention is caught ahead as you hear the busyness of the port approaching, reaching the end of the channel. You can hear like bells ringing. You see other ships coming in and out. You start to see seagulls flying overhead of the Crimson Shell Scar, and you see what is a very busy morning in the harbor town of Tidegill, and you as you begin to pull up to the docks, your attention is drawn to a very large, stocky, bald giant, who is clearly taking charge of the docks, of the busyness of the docks, and what they have to be doing on this busy morning. You can see that he is like slinging these ropes, tying off the ships that are coming in, and making sure that the ones setting off, have clear passage out of the harbor. Raska, you've done this many times. And as you get closer, you instinctively ready yourself to throw a bundle of rope over the side of the boat to the dock. And as you position the boat right up alongside the approach of the docks, you throw the bundle of rope over, and the giant reaches up and grabs it with ease and begins to pull to try and drift your boat into the dock, as a few other like smaller men run up alongside of him and to begin to assist. You can see a couple of other men run up with like a wooden ramp and set it against the side of your boat. And as you all step off of your boat and descend onto the docks of Tidegill, you see like kind of a barnacle covered, like faded wooden sign that reads, "Welcome to Tidegill." And you see ahead of you a very busy fishing town responsible for lots of trade and travel in and out of Cytheria. You better be careful. People don't always look down when they're in this big of a hurry.
Excuse me, guys. This is a little overwhelming, and I'm a little afraid I'm gonna get stepped on. Can I hang carefully in one of your packs?
Decker just lifts her up and puts her on his shoulder.
Awesome.
Take a seat.
Thanks.
You're like holding on to his top hat.
Yep.
You hear like the men shouting back and forth, calling orders, and that big, deep, booming voice of the giant. As he's slinging, he's just down the docks from you guys a little bit. He's kind of on the other side of your boat from where you guys are right now. And he's now started to focus on like other ships coming in. Like he's helping with crates and ropes and he as he's kind of holding like a rope, he kind of takes a long look at you all as you step down off your boat.
Mozzie waves.
Oi! Are you Blackthorn and Company?
Yes, I am Blackthorn.
And we're company.
Company.
Right. Hold there a moment. He continues back, and he's hollering at the guys. Put your backs into it. Grab that rope over there. Don't let it slip. Tie it off, man. Bat your backs into it. And he's wrangling these guys. He's grabbing them by the shoulder and putting them in position. Like this is his daily life. Like this is his job. This is what he does. And you hear the weight of his heavy footsteps approach you. Right. Hoylander told me he'd be coming. I'm to get you to Cape Row. I've got some stuff to finish here first. Take some time around our little town. Come find you when I'm done.
Bye, friend.
That'd be much appreciated.
Right then. And he just stomps back off and gets back into it.
He looks like my captain.
Your captain was a giant?
Aye.
I've never
Captain
seen one.
Redjaw.
How is old Redjaw doing?
Oh, he's been faring all right. He's been having a little bit of a limp lately, but other than that, he's been fine.
Very good.
There aren't many giants in Whisper Grove. This is kind of cool.
I don't see very many giants from where I'm from either.
What about you, Bubba?
Well, I've never seen a giant. The only time I ever have to turn my head up to look at something is to see a beautiful tall tree in the swamps. So, but yeah, that thing was scary looking. I don't want to take him off. I'll see how far I can get before he does get mad at me, but you know, it's a fun game I like to play.
Oh, that's gonna get us in trouble one day.
It's all right. We'll get out of it. We have so far.
One way or another.
So, as you all head off away from the docks, You are welcome to head into the greater town of Tidegill. That's for the two of you.
Go.
One for the two of you or the two of you, whichever. I've got 3.
Beautiful. So we came over here on the docks.
Mm-hmm.
But we just apparated onto the shore.
Yes.
It's our save point.
I don't know about all of you, but I could use a bloody drink.
Aye.
Yeah, I agree with that. We should find some place quick.
I'm tired of salt water.
You also don't have to all stick together. If you see more than one place you want to go, you could split up if you want, but you can stick together. It's up to you. The town is yours.
Well, while you guys are at the tavern, I'm gonna go to the square and get some more money. Just pay for your drinks.
Much appreciated, Mossy.
Careful out there.
Oh, of course.
We need
know.
to put our hope back down to 2, correct?
Yes, thank you. Now that we are in present day,
Oh.
I would essentially like to reset our sheets to hope, clear hit points, clear stress, give yourselves each a handful of gold and a bag of gold from Vin Quinlan. And I am going to reset back to 5 fear.
Okay.
One of each.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're on our way over, I'm gonna have Decker just drop me off at Sailor Square.
Okay.
And I'm going to find a crate again, set up my setup, and start yelling out, "Pots for sale! Pots for sale!"
As you head into Sailor Square, this is like the fun hub of Tidegill. There's some shops set up here. There's also some games going on. You see a shop called the Potion of the Ocean. You see a clothing shop called Over and Underwears.
Oh.
You see a store called Finn and Gills. And you see a bookstore called Searead.
Okay. I'm gonna first go to the shop, the clothing shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna approach the shopkeep to see if I can sell some pots for them to sell at their store.
Okay. You're going into the clothing store?
Yes. To hawk some pot shoes.
So it's very has charming shantytown vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's just, stilts and sticks and boards, and the door doesn't really even have a handle on it. It's just boards nailed together on hinges. And as you enter in, there's a couple of people completing a sale. They're purchasing what looks like some good wear for the seas, some tall boots, pairs of gloves, that kind of a thing, capable stuff. And you see a female you see a female elf that's working the counter. How do you approach?
Good morning.
Yes, who was that?
Down here. Hi.
She kind of leans over. Oh, hello. Welcome to Over Underwears. What can I do for you?
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
I just came in from the sea, and I am originally from Whisper Grove, and I have an incredible business opportunity for you. I've picked up some things from my friend Baba.
Really, dear?
Yes. I want you to get in on the ground floor of a new style that is coming into town. Pot shoes. Show her the biggest of my pots.
You wear these as shoes, dear?
Oh, yes, look. They're very, very fashionable, and they're very convenient, and they help you stand tall.
Well, I don't know how they would stand up against the rigors of the sea.
Well, I'm sure that there are some garden folk around here as well, right?
Oh, for sure. There's walks of life all over Tidegill. What's this opportunity you're offering me?
I would love to give you a set of pots for you to sell for just a small fee, if you wouldn't mind.
Sell the pots for you, then.
Yes. But like an inventory. Like, I'm going to give you some inventory and you can sell them and, just pay me a small fee.
Give me a presence roll.
That's a 12 with fear.
Man.
You're getting that fear you wanted so bad.
Well, it's highly unusual, dear. Usually, I don't sell other people's products in my store.
You made all these clothes yourself?
Well, certainly, dear, along with a couple of other artisans in the area.
Well, that's what I am. I'm an artisan. I make these pots and you can then use them and they can be for clothing. You could even make handbags. I saw somebody do that once before with a strap. It's very fetching. You just have to plug the drainage hole so you don't lose your coin.
Well, I don't know, dear. It sounds like a lot of risk for me.
Well, it won't be though. I will give you 5 pots. And all you have to give me is a handful of gold. And usually for that amount of pots, I would get a lot more.
So then do I keep everything I make when I sell them then?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you would do as an artisan, like a business.
I don't know how much demand there is in Tidegill for pots.
You'd be surprised.
I bet I would.
I love how you offered them to her as shoes, but then you gave her an odd number.
There might be some three-legged people.
Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe. There's not a
Wow.
pirate.
Didn't even think about that.
There is.
Wow.
I mean, it's a port. There could be a peg leg or two here.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
As if it's not hard enough walking on 1 foot.
A peg leg in a pot. Wow. Just sit down. Like, just stop walking. I tell you what. Give me 8 pots for the price of 5, and I will sell them. I'll allow for... What is your business called, then?
Pots and Paisleys.
Right. I will allow you to put your business name on the counter over there, and if somebody comes in and buys a pot, then that'll be right as rain, and you'll have your name out there. Is that good enough for you?
Thank you so much. What is your name?
Bristol Clementina, then.
Thank you, Crystal. And I'll also just get one of those small little grower pots, and she puts a little dirt from her pot and puts it in the thing, and then she just does, again, her wild touch and just grows just a little violet in there for her and hands it to her.
Right. Is this the only thing that brought you into my store, dear? Or did you want to actually buy something?
Just the former.
All right.
And here are your pots.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take a handful of gold.
There you go.
In addition to Sailor Square, there are a couple of game tables set up if you wanted to explore some of the games. But I will say, as you exit the clothing shop, we go to Shandy's Tavern with... Oh, is that where all of y'all were going to go? Where are you headed?
So right before they get to the tavern, Clorinda's gonna turn to Deckard and say,
I have something that I have to take care of.
and she clutches her locket.
I'll be right back.
You okay?
Oh, yes, absolutely. It'll only be a minute.
Do you need help?
No.
You're acting very strange, which is very strange to say because, Thunder, quite frankly, you strike me as a strange person. I don't mean that in a harsh way, it's just uniquely you.
She just stares at him.
Right, okay. Be careful.
It's just a minute.
She just goes off behind a building.
Out of view. Okay. So, heading into Shandy's Tavern. It is quite busy. You manage to find a table. And it's not long before a disheveled waiter comes over. Are you here for drinks or food?
Yes.
Right.
What the man says.
I love it.
What'll it be then?
I'll take an ale and just some bread and broth.
Basics?
Ale. It better be good. And your finest choice of bugs, please. If you don't have bugs, I'll settle for a varmint.
Oh, I can't just serve that up for you, sir. We got bread, broth, and beef.
Oh, bring beef too, please.
Basics with a moo. Got it.
Fine. Just the moo, please.
Basics with a moo and a moo. For you, sir.
Finest keg of grog, please, and get some. Take some bread and broth, please.
All right. That'll be a handful from each, please.
Question. A handful, you said? From each of us?
Yes, sir.
Well, he got twice as much food as I did. Why am I paying the same price?
It's a package deal, sir.
Because of daggers.
If you'd like to spend less, you can head over to the inn.
Well, I'm already here, so I might as well. But I better get here quick. I don't want to be left hanging around. I'm thirsty.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Be careful, he could be hopping mad.
Yeah, don't test me.
You see nearby, you see a small crowd has gathered around a table, and sitting at the table are two strong, brutish type guys, and they've got a competition going, a classic arm wrestling competition going, to see who wins. And you see just next to them another little crowd has gathered, and you can see a couple people at that table, and they're playing a little bit more of what looks like a game on the tabletop.
D-Man, I bet you could beat one of those boys in that arm wrestling.
You got those
Maybe
brawny
I could.
arms you do.
Maybe I could.
I think there might be a way for us to make a little bit of coin in here.
Well, a coin will always help with travels. I'm not opposed to the idea.
You're gonna approach the arm wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
As you head over, you hear slam.
Wow. Broken arm. Monster.
I was wanting to use that at some point tonight. I found it. Yay. You can see one guy's walking off. Ah! And a couple of his crewmates come in and be all right. We'll reset it. We'll set it. And they take him off out of the tavern, and the other guy's sitting there just kind of straightening himself back up, and he takes a pouch and drops a couple coins in, ties it real tight, sets it off. Glug of ale.
You fancy yourself a pretty strong man, don't you, sir?
Is it a challenge?
A challenge me? No, sir. I would never challenge you. You see, as for I am just
We'll
a mere
have a
ribbon.
seat. We're all friends here.
Of course we're friends, but I saw you do something to that man. It looked like you were pretty confident in your skills.
Oh, he came in like that.
For some reason, the disbelief that I am procuring at this moment is...
We'll have a seat. Let me convince you.
I'll take it from here. I'll have a go.
Oh, I didn't realize you had a bodyguard.
Oh, that's right, because you didn't even think to ask, did you?
Yeah, well,
If you would have taken 2 seconds to figure out that me, little frog man, I could use all the help I can get. That's why this my man here is Deckard. And he's the meanest, strongest fighter on them 7 seas. And well, you're light work to him. Show him what's up, Deck.
That's why he's not the one in charge, I see.
That's right.
Oh, bother. All right. We just get this over with. What's the wager?
Well, it's really simple. We're simple folk here. We're all friends. You win, get a bag of gold. I win, I get everything in your pockets. You know what?
I said pockets now, so if your pockets are up to you, just give me everything in your pockets right now. Because if you lose, he ain't gonna get nothing from you.
He's not getting anything from me no matter what.
Oh man, you're gonna do it again. Come on, let's
But since there's two of you, and one seems to be speaking for the two of you, this makes it a little more interesting. You win. You get my earnings for the day. I win. You clean my ship.
I think that's a fair deal.
It's a really dirty ship.
Probably really small, too.
Ooh! Well then,
Compensating for something.
He didn't say no, did he? That's a bet, sir. Prepare to get your butt handed to.
well then, have a seat, friend.
Deckard sits down.
Roll strength check.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no. That's 5 with fear.
Oh.
Osrin's back.
Mine sucked too, but not that bad.
Right into a tree.
Oh, jeez.
Right into a tree.
Nice.
He knew we were gonna arm wrestle.
Yes.
He wanted his arm wrestle. He encouraged it.
He set up a trap.
Every time you win, we move closer to you.
Okay.
Every time I win, we move closer to me. Further we are to me, the more you have to win to get it back to you.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Remember that time we did rock, paper, scissors? And we did it for like 14 things in a row. We tied every single time.
Yes. Yes, that was
That's
insane.
what this is gonna be like. This is gonna take a while.
Okay.
Dex it.
What if he rolls a crit?
We roll opposed strength checks. The winner pushes the loser's arm one space closer to the table. A crit fail, which
There's no such thing.
we don't really have a
I was gonna
crit
say.
fail.
Yeah.
However, I'm just going to say a fail with fear. A crit success, you push your opponent's arm 2 spaces.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Fail with fear, you push yours 2 spaces.
Oh.
That just failed with fear.
Oh.
Now, there's also a death stare. Once per game, you can try to intimidate your opponent. On a success, the opponent has disadvantage on the next strength check.
Could I use the disc?
How many spaces do I have left before I lose?
1.
1. Can I? No, not gonna do that.
That didn't last long.
No.
I'll tell you what, on a crit, I'll give you the chance to add the death stare to the crit, and if you succeed on both, you win.
Okay. All right, got to roll again
Strength
then,
checks.
right?
Let's go. What's your strength modifier?
2.
Okay.
So that is 14 with fear. With hope.
Oh, good.
Take that hope.
Nice.
I rolled a 13.
Oh, wow.
So you move back a space. Well, I can see you came to win.
I don't lose, my friend.
We don't all predict the future, do we? Roll again.
Oh, that is a 23 with hope.
You move back again. Take that hope. And you can see that like he had you down and now you're starting to recover. And he like you're playing on his sense of confidence that he's undefeated. And he starts to look like he hasn't broken eye contact on you yet, but he's starting to.
This is when Deckard's going to use his death stare.
Okay.
And I would like to ask if I can mark a stress to do something special.
What do you want to do?
So you know I have one purple eye, one red eye, right?
Yeah.
And turn my purple eye red.
Whoa. Okay. Here's what we'll do. I won't make you mark a stress. I will say, give me a presence roll with advantage.
All right, so that's with a D6, right?
Yep.
So that is 8 with fear.
Okay. He's gonna spend that fear. And he's gonna look at you. You think you're the only one that walks in here that's more than meets the eye. At least you got 2 of them, friend. And he's gonna buckle down and put more weight into his push. Let's roll again.
Transformer. This
Oh,
you use
day.
your dust.
Come on, Dragon Eye. Failing me.
That is 16 with fear.
So, you rolled a 4.
Does that mean I win?
No, it means you're
Closer.
closer.
Close. Okay.
You
had
have
2
now tipped back to center and 1 closer
Okay,
to
gotcha.
victory.
If you crit, you win.
If I crit, I win. Yeah.
He's starting to. Now he's not at 12 o'clock.
Mhm.
Now he's going this way.
Yeah.
Really?
I could do this all day.
Quite. And he's getting frustrated. Roll again. That's better.
11 with hope. No, sorry. 13 with hope.
Dang it! I rolled. Wait! 13!
Well, how does that work then?
Rock, paper, scissors, let's go.
Shambo.
Or roll again.
Yeah, it's off.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt a death stare on you.
Okay, what do I have to do?
We need to do contested rolls. We're just gonna contest presence.
Okay.
What's your presence mod?
0.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's -1. I read the wrong thing. Yeah, -1. That is 12 with fear.
Okay. Rolled a 16. So he's gonna death stare. He's gonna say, I can tell by those dark eyes of yours, you've seen some things.
I've witnessed horrors your silly little mind couldn't imagine.
You heard it too.
I
didn't
know. Your head shot up. You have no idea what I can imagine and what I've seen. And
Oh,
you
you child.
you can see that a little bit of his skin on his face shifts just a little bit, and he lets go the illusion for a second, and his pupil goes vertical for a second, and his skin becomes scaly and grotesque for just a second on half of his face. We all have our little tricks, don't we? And with that, it is
you don't look so great, bud. You all right? You need some moisturizer or something?
It's gonna move back one space.
Okay, so we're 12
dead.
o'clock again.
We're dead center.
Oh wow, this might take a while.
Thanks, bro.
This has the potential of taking a while.
Strength, baby. Ooh. Ooh.
Question.
Answers. More questions.
More.
This counts as an attack roll.
If you're just arm wrestling, no. If
Okay.
you want to do something to throw him off, yes. What are you thinking?
Because I was going to spend 3 hopes, gain a +1 to my attack rolls until my next rest. No.
Just strength check.
Okay, that's fine. Hold on.
What are your experiences?
Monster Hunter and Tracker. So this would not. Oh, he is a monster.
I don't know what he is.
Yeah, but I would see that as a monster. Vertical slit in the eye. Scales. So I'm going to add my experience to that and mark I would use
Spend a hope.
Spend a hope. Yeah. So I'm going to add that.
+2.
So
So you have +4 total.
the fear, man, I swear. So that is 21 with fear.
Roll a 15. Okay. So from back up to 12 when he showed you a sliver of his true form, and then
I get
now back again, right? Because you just won.
Mhm.
You can see as he did that, there was the slightest hint. Because you've looked in the eyes of many monsters, and many men who are also monsters,
Mhm.
and you detected the slightest hint of trepidation, maybe even fear over doing that. That, yeah, it's an intimidation tactic, but not one that might not be super proud that he made. And even as he did it, there's this kind of like this, it looked down for a second, then back up at you, and then again. And that lets up just a little bit for him. Let's go.
I'm going to spend another hope to use my experience.
Oh, bollocks.
21 with fear.
Yeah.
Why?
You're a kid, man.
Oh, one more.
He's almost got full fear
Describe to
left.
me how you use your Monster Hunter experience against this guy.
I would essentially manipulate his wrist in a way that would put just very uncomfortable tension on it, almost like I'm trying to snap the ligaments in his wrist
Okay.
as I kind of just crank down.
Knowing the anatomy of your foe, you do twist and turn your wrist into you, which ultimately pulls your wrists together, puts him at a very strange angle, and that's one more space down. And he just lets off like this little for all the beans.
Spending hope.
For all the beans. I'm gonna spend fear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take advantage.
It's 21 with fear.
Wow.
Same number every time.
Wow.
18.
With advantage. Wow.
And with that, he lets out this laugh as he's just like looking, and as he looks beyond his arm going back this way, he just meets your eyes on the other side of the table, and he kind of darts his eyes around at everybody else, and everybody else has begun to shift to your side. And he's gonna give one final push, and it's taking too much energy to try and come back up and maintain this illusion you now know he's maintaining. In a split second, his arm hits the table.
And in that second, I whip out my saw cleaver. Just wait. I'm not going to kill him.
Okay.
And you know how it hinges?
Yeah.
I'm going to, make it long, and then I'm going to hinge it around his neck and pull his face towards mine and put my gun under his chin. What are you?
Just trying to live my life, man.
You know I kill things like you.
I do now.
Yeah, he kills losers.
Bubba, not now.
You're just like that little hype man. Like, yeah.
Do you feed on innocent?
I beat weaklings in arm wrestling, man. Look, this isn't even my home. I'm sailing through.
I'll take my earnings.
Fine.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just a little bit of insult to injury.
Have fun swapping your own poop deck.
And he just kind of straightens himself up. Ale! And he calls for a drink.
And I put the handful of gold on the table. It's on me.
And he looks at you. And he looks directly into the eye that you shifted. He gives you a wink. And in the wink, like beginning of Men in Black, when he winks, yeah, it shifts.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy Tidegill then.
I will. My eye has already gone back to purple.
And he just throws it back.
How much gold this guy have on him?
Yeah. What should I just get?
You score in his I'll say this, you with the barrel of your revolver lifted the loop of his pouch up off the table and took it with you. And within that pouch was 5 handfuls worth. So where are the two of you right now?
I'm in the shadows.
Of course.
I'm gonna come back with my friends because I got some coin. So I want to say that I come right at the tail end of seeing all the violence, and I give that man a wide berth as I walk past to join my friends.
So coming in from Sailor Square, you would know that they are running 3 games in the square right now, and an additional game in the tavern. 3 games are called Like a Fish, Crack Shot, and Bet Your Knowledge. The game happening in the tavern right now, you would have heard during your arm wrestling with the two of you. Someone's calling out, "Come play Dueling Fates with me."
Thanks. That sounds pretty fun.
There's a lot of games around here. There's some in the square too. How's it going in here? It seems like you're making new friends, Decker.
He's made so many friends already, you wouldn't believe it.
I tried your technique, and I got a handful of gold.
Well, how many did you sell? For
8.
that? You sold 8 pots? You got 1 handful of gold?
Well, it's a new place, and I did the best I could.
Baby steps, I guess. Okay, all right, that's fine. No, hey, I'm proud. Hey, I am proud of you.
Okay,
I'm proud of
thanks. I'm doing my best.
Next thing you know, pot shoes are going to be the next big thing in here, so
And
they're gonna have you to thank for
I
that.
tried to hawk them as purses too. So we'll see.
Well, that doesn't really work because you got the hole in the bottom.
I know. I told them they're gonna have to plug it.
What a pain. That's all right. We got them next time.
We'll
get
figure
more.
it out. We'll figure it out.
Clorinda, as you're outside the building, you can hear them calling out the games in the square. Come be like your scaly brethren and drink like a fish. Think you can hit the middle of the target? Take your shot. I bet you can't bet your knowledge.
Oh, that one should get you.
But they also have the other game in the tavern. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna eat.
We're all playing a game.
Yeah.
Already played a game.
You played your game. Thank you, friend.
The bread and broth and beef and ale all hits your table. Actually, he's kind of waiting for you at your table as you went over and did the arm wrestling. Did you go over to arm wrestle with the arm wrestling thing, or did you stay at your table?
No.
You sunk into the shadows.
I sunk in the shadows. I was planning on stealing the gold from him if he lost.
Oh, great.
Yes. Squad.
Unfortunately, he won. Darn.
But
Good job.
You do see all the food and drink have been at your table waiting for you.
Is the waitress currently there?
There's waitstaff all over.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, excuse me.
What can I get for you, miss?
I
If
would,
that's what you are.
yeah.
Can't do.
I would love a cup of water, but I also
Don't want to assume.
Okay. I also wanted to know what games would you recommend? We're new in town.
Well, there's plenty of games here in Tidegill. The people who've come up with them have put a lot of effort into their details. So, you're welcome to enjoy the town. I will say that
Which one would be your
this.
favorite?
the Tidegill Fair isn't here all year long. So,
Take advantage.
get your game time and your prizes while you can. Did you want a drink?
Water, please.
Just water then.
Yes, please.
Okay. And he's gonna storm off.
Yeah, how much you gonna charge a poor little plant for some water?
Can't hear you.
That's what I thought. Just walking away. Yeah, that's right.
We should play a game while we're here. Could be fun.
Agree.
Was the knowledge game, where was that? Was that inside or outside?
Sailor Square. It's outside.
Okay, so Clarinda's gonna go over there to play it. That way if she loses, her friends won't know.
You're next in line to bet your knowledge.
Yes. How exactly do I play?
Well, step one, have a seat. Bring your brains.
Okay.
I think you already have advantage.
Well, it's not too difficult. 3 questions. Winner gets a handful of gold for each question they get right.
All right.
You'll take a stress for each one you get wrong.
Cool.
You may use a knowledge roll on just one question.
Okay.
But don't worry, it's not too hard. We're all out here to have some fun. That's why it's multiple choice.
Are we gonna play, or are you gonna keep talking?
Question 1. The event that caused the continents to split in ancient times was called the A, the drift, B, the breach, C, the movement, D, the divide.
Was it the drift?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I guess so.
That is indeed wrong. Young lady, take a stress. The answer was B, the breach.
This is so diabolical.
It's a pop quiz.
I will give you a chance to earn bonus gold if you can.
This is. We don't know.
If you can tell me what caused the breach.
Breaching.
Missing y'all on that PDF I sent.
I was
Didn't
literally
read
just
it.
looking at it earlier today.
I was just about to say, pull it up.
Was it Vakiri?
Unfortunately, that is incorrect, my dear. There was a disastrous war between dragons and tectonic elementals. But don't worry. 3's a crowd, 2's a party. Question 2. There's a creature that has a viscous, eel-like body currently pestering the Lurie landscape. Believing these creatures descended from a foreign land, the Lurian elves blame the continent of A. Trock, B. Raw, C. Bagomir, or D. Krona.
Gotta use a knowledge roll. I feel like she should know this.
Give me a knowledge. I will say, give me a knowledge roll with advantage because you're from Lurie.
Well, don't I also have knowledge because of Loreborn?
You already have advantage.
Yeah.
Right? That's what Loreborn is? Yeah, take it.
Why with fear?
All right. You would know that a disgusting, slithery creature such as this only comes, or at least you were raised to believe, only comes from the northern continent of Bagomir.
So Bagomir.
How'd you know that? You from that area?
Perhaps what's the next question?
Well, I've got a chance for you to win bonus gold if you're interested.
No, I'll just take the last question. You've already humiliated me enough.
So you do win the second one. Get you some gold. Question 3. The Catron pantheon is full of gods of all kinds. Who is the goddess of prosperity?
Ah,
A. Mistral, B. Rama, or C. Domina?
Mistral.
I am so sorry, my dear. That is indeed
I was so
incorrect.
close. I knew it was a Rama.
The answer was C. Domina. I will offer
you just
you
don't do well on tests.
the bonus gold
yes.
question if you'd like. An answer for me. Who is the god prince of the sea? Seeing that we're here in Tidegill.
I'm not gonna answer that. I want to leave now.
Well, this one is multiple choice as
I
well.
don't want to answer it.
Well, all right then. You, so you will have taken a total of 2 stress,
Yep.
and you got a handful of gold out of it.
Wasn't worth it.
There's also like a fish and crack shot outside, but you still have the dueling fates on the inside. So, what do you do after you leave there?
I'm gonna go to the tavern.
Head in. Okay.
As we're heading out. Or at least I'm heading out because I want to play a game. And they took too long to give me my cup of water.
What was the game on the inside?
You see a gentleman at the table near where the arm wrestling took place, and he's playing a game called Dueling Fates.
That seems pretty interesting. I think I'd like to give that a shot. Dueling Fates.
Approaching the table, you can see him kind of like tossing an object up in the air and catching his hand. Care to test the fate, my friend?
Is he continuously still tossing it?
Mm-hmm.
He uses his tongue to snatch it out of the air.
Well, that's mine. So is that a yes then?
We're playing the rules. My rules. I give it back to him.
Okay.
This game is mine now, son. We're gonna play it. Tell me how you want it to go, but we'll see how things end up.
Well, it's very interesting. All right, then.
Dueling fates, you said, right? So it's either a good fate or a bad fate. Good fate for me or bad fate for you.
Well, you see, this here, as he dries it off on his shirt, this is called a dice. It's all the rage here in Cytheria. So the way this is going to work is, roll your hope die. Choose whether or not to blindly swap it with mine. Without saying your result out loud. We're going to roll it together.
Okay.
Whoever ends up with the higher die wins a hope or a fear. After 4 rounds, whoever had the highest number of wins gets what's in my chest over here.
Interesting.
Let fate decide, as they say.
I've been letting fate decide my path for quite a while now.
Was that what you call it?
Deckard, not now.
All right, so I'm gonna write you me. Ready?
Ready.
Let fate decide then. Would you like to keep your result or swap with mine?
I'm gonna swap.
Oh, swapsies then. I can see that you like to take fate into your own hands, friend.
Swap it!
Do I tell you mine? I guess I should tell you mine. 6.
Well, would you look at that? I too rolled a 6.
Oh my gosh. What are the odds?
What does fate have to say about that, brother? Huh?
You have broken the fate. Yeah, the bulbs all shifted over time. I'm just setting them back.
It's like, yikes.
Well, that is very interesting.
Let's do it again.
Let's go again.
All right.
Oh no!
Let's go.
You've broken the fates, my friend. What's your move?
It worked out pretty decent last time. It wasn't a lose. I'm gonna swap it
You're gonna swap?
once again.
You have a 9.
5. Good choice by me. Fate has been decided once again. The sun shines down on me today.
I'm not sure you know what fate means.
All right. Round 2. Keep her a swap, my strange buggy-eyed little friend.
Yeah. You got a poop-eating grin on your face. I think you got something pretty good over there.
Never. My 23 years eating poop. That I know of.
I don't trust you this time. I think you're lying to me.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna keep mine.
It's not up to me. It's up to fate. You gonna keep
I'm gonna
yours?
keep mine. I think you're just smiling because you want me to pick your die. I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm keeping mine.
If you think you're so sharp, what's your roll?
You tell me first. We're playing your game.
Cut the tension with that knife.
Hold up the amount in fingers.
I don't have that many.
Canonically, how many fingers do rats have?
I didn't think about that either.
Looks like I won. Question: what happens if you roll the highest number on a die? Does that count as 2?
Unless we tie, you win the round.
Okay. 1, Seems like I beat you on this one. I'm just gonna tell you, I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 2. Ralph?
One by me. Swap.
How many was yours? Oh.
Come on! We got it.
Fates are silent on
This
this
is great.
day.
I'm having a great time. I'm not stressed whatsoever. You can see just like Bubba's eyes just start to twitching. Just one.
What's the word, my friend? Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna swap.
You're swapping?
I'm swapping.
3.
5. Oh. Okay, that's all right.
It's still 2-1, right?
Yep, 2-1. 2-1. This is for all the marbles, as I said. You said that before. I heard you say that one.
I never made an analogy with
All
marbles.
the marbles.
No, I think it's a Bagamarian thing.
You better bag where you've heard it.
Unfortunately.
Could not be more indifferent. Oh, I get a fear.
For why?
Because I won. Oh, no, I don't. Sorry.
You just wanted to get that last fear.
I know, there's one left.
Sorry, guys. I gave him like 6.
Do I get hopes if I rolled one for mine?
It's
No?
whoever wins the 4 rounds gets a hope or a fear. And the chest.
Oh, okay.
Keeper swap.
We're swapping. It's worked out okay so far.
Are you serious?
You're kidding me, dude. I'm tired of this.
Let's go! Let's go!
We're doing it.
For those on podcast, they both rolled a 4.
Oh yeah, I guess we should verbalize
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
In audio, yes.
Yes, we both rolled 4s.
Our fates are tied, my young friend. Keep or swap, my strange companion.
Bubba sits there, composed, more composed than any of y'all have ever seen him before. Because in this moment, he knows that he needs to make this decision. This decision is going to impact him for the rest of his life.
I've never seen him be so quiet.
Ribbit.
Are you asleep?
I'm thinking.
No, don't
We-
provoke him. He's
Oh.
silent.
You don't want to get me going. I'm thinking this is a long process.
The fates don't have all day, pal.
They sure as heck do. I'm swapping.
Eight.
1. Okay.
Just one more. Yeah. One more.
Was it after 4 or the first 2 4?
Just 4 rounds.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Oh.
Hey, you know what they call that in Bagamir? They call that a wild W. Bubba don't want it.
Do me a favor.
I'll take everything in your chest, please. Thank you very much.
Roll a d12.
I'm not gonna use that one again. Okay.
What'd you get?
7.
7.
I forget we have to talk sometimes.
You open the chest. And what you see is an arcane cloak.
Oh.
A cloak whose color, texture, and size can be adjusted by any user with the spellcast ability at will. So you can make it look like something you can hide under. So color, size, and texture. So under your equipment, you can add a custom equipment. Just put arcane cloak. And we can review that if you want to use it.
Sick.
It's like the Lothlorien cloaks, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You went outside.
Yes.
You said arcane cloak?
Arcane cloaky cloak.
And I go to the fish one because I'm curious.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello. I'm running the gamut
I
tonight.
can tell. I'd like to learn more about this game.
Well, I'd like to teach you more about this game.
Oh, it's that kind of game.
What kind of game you think it is?
I don't know. I drink water.
Well,
Like a fish.
oh,
It
well then
seems
you're,
like you're not drinking that.
then you're in the right place if you drink like a fish.
Okay, so how do you play?
Come on in and have a seat there.
Okay.
All right. We both roll a d6.
Okay.
Whoever
I have those.
rolls lower takes a drink
Okay.
and marks a stress.
Okay.
Person who rolled higher gets a hope
Oh.
or a fear in my case. Whoever gets to I tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. How many hope slots do you have?
Oh man, I get a hope for winning.
I have 4 that are currently not being used.
In total,
In total 6.
6.
As well as 6 stress.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We take a drink. Or we roll a d6. Whoever rolls lower takes a drink and a stress.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I keep rolling. I'm trying to figure out which one I was going to use, and I keep rolling the same number on each dice. Okay, finally.
Whoever rolls higher gets a hope. Whoever gets the full hope wins, or whoever gets the full stress loses.
Okay.
So 6 rounds.
Okay.
Or it could be a lot more than 6 rounds depending on how this goes.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have the same amount of hope and stress as you.
Okay.
Whoever fills up on whichever is either gonna determine the winner or the loser. Make sense?
Yeah. Let's go.
D6.
Okay.
Ew.
5.
Out of drink.
So I gain a hope.
Yep, you gain a hope. And I mark a stress.
Okay. Three.
5.
Is it supposed to burn?
So we each have a hope and a stress.
Okay.
Neck and neck out the gate.
6.
1.
Oh, wow.
Four.
6.
Yeah.
2.
4. I have a drink, please. I need something to drink in the drinking game. All right. Ooh. 5.
1.
Surprise me. We are still neck and neck. Six.
3. 6.
6.
Now what do we do?
I'm gonna say nobody.
Nobody gets anything? We'll just go again.
I'm gonna say we both. Let's
Get a
both
hope.
win. We both get a hope.
Yay.
This could be the end.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think we got the same roll.
What'd you get?
I got a 3.
2.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So
thank
close.
God. 4 stress now. I don't know if it was worth it.
We're both really close. That's good. That just means you have to do something to clear them.
Okay. Can I?
Ready?
Yep. Is this the last round?
This could be for all.
Sorry. Oh no.
Oh my word. This could be for all the beans.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
You ready?
Got it.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it a 1?
No.
What'd you get? Well, thank you for playing, little lady.
I don't think I like drinking.
Now, I will offer you an opportunity. If you like, you can clear all those pesky little hopes and stresses and try again. It's just round 1's the only one for free.
Oh, I think I'm gonna clear them all, and I don't think I want to drink ever again.
Well,
I
if
wasn't
you want
a
to
fan.
play another round, it'll cost you a handful, but you can clear all your hope and stress. If you don't want to play again, you have to keep all the stress.
No.
Oh. All right.
I knew you wouldn't be able to resist.
Let's try this again.
So spend a
Hang on.
handful of gold.
Yeah, let me get back to where I was for everything. Okay. Hang on, let me also figure out which D6 I'm going with. Okay. All right.
All right, hang on. Ready?
Yep. 5.
Freaking love chips.
4.
Haha. 1.
4. Go.
Come on, Mozzie, you got it.
4.
1. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm doing worse this time.
What'd you roll?
1.
3.
Terrible. 5.
5.
Wait, did you get 5 too?
5.
Okay, so we go again?
Yeah.
Okay.
We both take a hope on that one.
6.
2. Let's go.
4.
4. This could be for all the beans. I'm about to win. Yeah. Nope, I'm not.
5.
1.
Yeah! Yeah,
Okay,
baby.
we're each about to win.
Oh my gosh, I just want to be done. Okay.
Yeah.
1.
5. Well, thank you for playing.
Sure.
Care to wager
Now I roll a
again?
6.
Care to wager again?
No, thank you. You took my gold.
Okay, so
I
that.
drink alcohol, which I don't like.
How's Mozzie feeling? She's taking 9 drinks.
Or stress. So she's not great.
Okay, don't lose a pot. There's one game left called Crack Shot.
Oscar's up.
Oh. I'd say
I
you could
see-
shoot.
Do I see Clorinda before?
Pirate.
I would say, where did you head off after you left the game?
I think she was the tavern,
To
right?
the tavern.
Oh, that's right. You went into the tavern. Yeah, so she's back in there.
Okay.
She walked in immediately, sat down, and started writing in her notebook to Rayma.
I'm so sorry. I've sinned. By not.
Tavern confessional.
Mozzie goes out to the back where she sees their compost bin, and she dumps out her soil and repots herself to get rid of all the alcohol.
Rain pots. Jeez. Okay.
And she drinks. She cleans out her root toes with some water and everything, so she can sober up.
All right. So you're going to Crack Shot?
That's in Sailor Square.
Yeah.
Okay. He takes another sip of his grog and vanishes again.
Okay. Bamps into the shadows.
Bamps and then bamps back into Sailor Square.
Okay. So you emerge from the shadows of the tavern into Sailor Square. And you see what looks like a fellow seafarer, kind of a scraggly old fella, running a booth with a target that is moving from side to side. Step right up, take your shot. 5 gold is all it costs.
Yar, I be playing a game with thee then. How do you play?
I can see you're from my neck of the sea. You 5 rounds for a handful of gold, then.
All right.
Shoot the moving target 3 times and win. Shoot the middle once for an instant victory. That's a crit.
All right.
Would you like to play beginner difficulty or pro level?
Go with the pro.
Pro level it is.
Yes.
Aye, fortune favors the brave on the high seas. So, the revolver uses finesse.
Yes.
Aye, so step right up. Take your aim. Make a finesse roll for me, please.
Just the one?
Yeah, you have to hit it 3 times to win. Crit is an instant win.
So
You
just
get 5 shots.
So just 1d12.
No, finesse would be your 2d12 and your
2d12.
finesse
Okay,
mod.
good. All right, good.
Yep, I got you.
it. All right. Same page. All right.
And you went pro level.
Ooh, that's a crit.
You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
Purple longsword.
Yeah.
Firearms aren't usually my specialty, but bang!
I was going to use that 5 times, but I'm going to use it once. Hi, that was amazing. No doubt you've taken down quite a scallywag in your time, eh?
Aye, plenty.
Well, Schwab me impressed. No, thanks for playing. Your prize, you gain a hope.
Game ever.
And you get advantage on the next attack using your ranged weapon, but you don't have a ranged weapon, so
I make my dagger a ranged weapon. Yep.
I will just give you advantage on your next attack.
Okay.
So just make a note of that somewhere.
All right.
Anybody else want to play Crack Shot?
No.
That was really quick.
John Lucky
Cannot
takes
believe-
all my stress away.
Of all the crits.
Bam.
So, you walk away from Crackshot with a hope and advantage on your next attack. After a little while, you all regather back at the tavern and await your host to be done with his day's work. And go ahead.
I tried drinking today, guys. I didn't like it. I don't understand why this is something people do.
That shouldn't drink alcohol.
No.
Kills them.
I did lose some root toes.
They'll
not
grow
for-
back.
It's more fun when you do it with friends as well. Because if you're just doing it by yourself, people might think you have a problem. But if you do it with friends and your family, then at that point, you're just having a good time.
Bubba, are you all right?
I've also had some drinks today. But I did it with my friends, so it's fine. I don't have a problem. I don't have a drinking problem.
You sure about that?
We'll revisit that conversation.
Bozzy just pats Bubba on the arm. It's okay, Bubba.
Hey, bub.
And then I was saying, I caught these flies for you earlier by the compost.
You're just the sweetest thing. Appreciate you.
It's like a bunch of flies.
He eats them in one mouthful.
I'll try to keep catching them for you. Compost is the best place to go for flies.
The legs are so crunchy. I love it.
Right. I trust you've all had your fun around Tidegill. Are we ready to go then? And you can see your bald giant host, big deep footsteps, comes in with like a pack roll on his back. Ready for the road ahead then.
Ready as I'll ever be. What about?
Unless you want to start a bar fight.
French. Oh, there's an idea.
Yes,
Shelley.
yes. Let us be off.
Oh.
Right. Did we want to secure
Lang.
a horse and a carriage, or are we going about on foot?
Deckard takes one look at Bubba. Carriage might be best.
Right.
She drank more than me. She's a plant. You ain't gonna worry about. Okay.
Hey,
That's
I
fine.
cleared out my pots and I got new stuff and I'm just fine. And I will never do it again.
Okay. All right. No. You know what? I don't want to walk anyway. I don't want to walk. Find me a carriage.
Second thought. Let's make him just walk.
Behind the carriage.
Yes, behind the carriage.
I'll sober him up a bit.
Right. Follow me out of the tavern. There's an establishment right up the road. We can procure some travel arrangement. And
You're a very tall man. Sorry, I've just
Yes.
never seen giants before. I hope that wasn't rude.
never in your life.
No.
Well, miss, you haven't been to Cytheria for very long.
No, I haven't.
Oh, see plenty of the countryside as we head north to Cape Row.
Could I, go on your shoulder? I just have never been up that high.
Why, certainly, you're welcome to.
Yay!
He kind of
Climbs up on his shoulder.
hops you up on his shoulder. Right, on to horse and carriage then. Are we in a position to purchase a horse and a carriage, or is a rental more in order?
I'm gonna assume probably a rental. But I don't know how much things cost.
Now, typically around here, a horse purchase is about 5 bags of gold. A carriage purchase is about a chest. But the rental system is a successful one, and they have other locations in the northern cities.
I mean, we can just walk, right? We really don't need to spend no money.
I don't
Request
even
your
have
prize.
to walk.
We'll pick you up. Sorry, that was good.
If you did want to rent, a horse rental is a 2-bag deposit, 50% refunded upon carriage return to one of their other locations. Incidental subtracted from the cost, of course. A carriage rental is a 3-bag deposit. 50% refunded upon carriage return. Incidentals subtracted from the cost.
I've got a giant ride. I'm good.
We can just walk
I
right.
think I could walk.
I could go into the bar and steal money from every single person in there.
What a terrible idea. They all are quite daft.
They're probably all shady, so that makes me in the clear.
Did you not make any coin from all the games we got around Tidegill?
No, but I've got a lot of stress.
Not a coin that we want to part with.
Oh, did I make any from the target practice?
Open advantage. That one didn't have a cash prize.
See, friend, the thing is, we don't know what we'll have to pay for food. We'd rather use our gold for that.
Oh, we'll be traveling the Cytherian wilds. We're gonna find our food.
Yes.
Don't you worry about that. I'm quite capable. And you can see on his pack roll, he's got like some hatchets and a bow, and he's ready.
Guys, it's so high up here.
I'm okay to just walk, but if you would like to go steal some more gold, I'm okay with that.
I can walk too if it's okay with you guys.
I was just trying to look out for you, my friend.
You're such a good person.
Roscoe vanishes again.
Were there not 5 of you?
What?
Don't worry, he'll come back. He always comes back.
Right.
We just we don't really acknowledge it. We just kind of let him do his thing, and
Right.
he'll come
One
back.
with the shadows.
Who are you talking about?
Get used to it then. Right, got it.
Of course. Who
Tell
else?
me that green shadow.
Shall we wait for his return or just hit the road?
No, I'm sure he'll find us.
Right. Okay. You're back in the tavern?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So give me finesse roll.
Okay. Only from the shady people, though. Nine with hope.
Okay, take that hope.
Boop.
I'll say you managed to spot a fellow up at the bar who, by the looks of it, he walked in, reached into his pouch and slammed a bunch of coin down on the bar and said, "Keep 'em coming." And he's not paying too much attention to that pile of gold. Pile, it's
Right.
two handfuls worth.
Okay. I'll snatch that bag.
Okay. How are you gonna do that? Sneak up to him?
Would it be possible to go hidden?
This is a
You
John
gonna
Cena
answer
clip?
Are you gonna answer his question?
What? I'm sorry, you asked a question? I thought you were making statements.
No, I was asking if I could go hidden.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Do you, as a part of your class or subclass, does it say that you can go hidden without a roll? Or if you have advantage on getting hidden or anything like that? I think cloaked is your only...
The cloaked is the only extra, but even then it doesn't say anything about like rolling for that either.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna click on it just to make sure. But
I would say it's really easy for you to gain hidden. Not only are you a rogue, but it's also a very busy tavern,
yeah.
and everybody's pretty tipsy at this point.
The only thing it says is that while hidden, any rolls against you have disadvantage.
Yes.
So that's it.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I would say you make it up. You wait for the opportune moment for him to be thrown one back, and you manage to swipe it off the counter and into your pouch. So add 2 handfuls.
Okay.
Now I'll also say that there's
You said handfuls, right?
2 handfuls.
Okay.
I'll say that you spot a bag of gold while you're at the bar. You spot a like a waiter, but someone who looks like maybe like a management of some type, and he's counting the day's earnings up to this point. So you're about nearing a shift change, like mid to late afternoon, as they gear up and get ready for like a dinner time. You see that he's counting the earnings for the day, and you see 4 bags. 3 are full. And he's dropping coin into the 4th as he's tallying up the day's earnings.
He's behind the bar.
He's behind the bar. If you want to try and swipe, it's not going to be easy, but I'll say give me a finesse roll, and I would give you advantage.
Roska pops up right in front of him.
Okay.
Hello there.
Enjoying the tavern today?
Yes, very much. This is gonna be a strange question, so bear with me here. Are you a reputable company? An establishment of sorts?
We're a legal business, if that's what you're asking.
Yes. Are you a good person?
I'd like to think so. Are you?
Yes. Very much. Have a good day.
Then he just vanishes.
Right. As you do that,
You gotta make sure you're not stealing it from good guys.
Yeah, exactly.
as you do that, you can see he goes, I don't know where that guy went. And he's gonna take a small stack of coin and pocket it.
Oh.
He was stealing.
Oh no.
Beat him up.
And look around. Well, we've earned a lot today, haven't we? And he's gonna tie off the 4th bag.
Roska has much to learn at the ways of the world.
He's been deceived.
Do you wanna try and take the bags, or do you wanna move on?
Yeah, I want to take the bags.
Oh, you're going back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finesse roll
He smelled the I don't know.
with advantage.
With advantage.
So add a d6
Oh. Okay.
and roll it all together and add your finesse modifier, which I believe you've got pretty good finesse.
I do have very good finesse. Thank y'all.
Sorry.
13 with fear.
I'm going to spend that fear.
Oh boy.
As you reapproach the 4 bags, you manage to grab one. And it was just in the moment where he's now nervous that he did what he did, and he's going to make haste and get out of there.
Oh.
And just as he turns to leave, he runs right into you, and you're standing there with one pouch. And he physically runs and bumps into you. He's like, what are you doing?
Is there any seats nearby?
Like bar stools.
Yeah. All right.
You guys are kind of like, so if there's like the bar and then the back wall, you guys are kind of at the end where it kind of opens up, like he was trying to go out that way.
Can Roska spot any like large imposing people in the bar?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah, it's a harbor. There's
All right.
there's big burly dudes everywhere, and ladies, and things you're not sure what they are.
Nice.
Nice.
Can Gowry throw a bar stool? One of the big burly guys.
Who?
Gary?
It's not Gowrie. Wow. Wow. Wow.
For those of you
I
listening,
knew that was going to happen at some point.
wrong campaign.
Can Roska throw a bar stool?
Gowrie absolutely could.
Yes.
Give me. You know what?
Yeah.
Are you trying to aim at one specific person in the crowd?
Not particularly.
Just hurling it.
Just a general horror.
Then it would be a strength check.
Okay.
Gowrie wouldn't have asked.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Just would have done it.
On the other hand, Roska, unlike Gowrie, does not have strength. So this will be interesting. Ooh, that's a crit.
Nice.
11. 2 11s.
Yeah, boy.
Nice.
Take a hope.
Okay.
Clear
You're
a stress
rolling
if you've got
well.
one.
I have none. All right.
That must be nice.
I should have given you one on the bags.
You probably should. But yeah, it's gone now.
It's clear down. I always forget to
I
have that
know,
stress.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't think about it either.
So you, in this moment of like fight or flight, you without even you're just like this, and you pick up a bar stool, just huck it off toward the crowd, and it just hits this big guy, and he stumbles into his friends, and they hold him up. He's like, "I threw that."
He did it!
And he points at the guy with the pocketing the gold.
You again! And he's gonna run over, and he's gonna punch the guy out. And what ensues is you narrowly duck a tankard flying past your head, and before you know it, in seconds, the tavern erupts into a massive fight.
Sounds like it's going well in there.
She sounds like he's having a good time.
This is a tavern!
Oh my word. I will request I'll request an instinct roll to get out of there safely.
Okay.
You're on the opposite side of the room from the door.
That's fair.
So you need to navigate your way.
Ooh. Could you say the crowd of people is like a fog that I can go through?
Sure. Sure. in fact, I'll make it finesse instead too.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think it'd be more finesse than instinct.
All right. That's a 15 with fear.
I'm gonna spend that fear. As you're bamfing from shadow to shadow through the crowd, and you're getting closer and closer to the door, and you see the door open, and it's open, and then all of a sudden a fist comes into view, and clocks you. Does 13 beat your evasion?
Is it meat to beat?
Yes.
Yeah, then it does.
Okay. One second. Okay. You take 3 points of physical damage, which is your minor.
Okay.
You can either take the hit point or mark an armor to soak it.
I'll take an armor to soak it.
But I will also say that through this whole process of you trying to get out,
Yeah.
causing this whole ruckus, take a stress.
All right. Sure.
And you get clocked, and you kind of just kind of bounce right back and just kind of blindly keep making your way to the open door, and you emerge victorious as the sound of the tavern kind of begins to fade behind you as you head out like nothing ever happened towards your crew and their new guide.
Got some gold for ya.
Oh, When did you get back?
Just
Yeah,
now.
the whole time.
Oh yes, all along.
Right. Did you want to procure a horse and carriage then?
How much is it to rent?
2-bag deposit for a horse rental, 3-bag deposit for carriage rental, 50% return. You were all given a bag from the dwarves, and you've earned some. I don't know if you've all earned any bags.
I've earned a bag.
I earned 5 handfuls.
I have 2 bags and 2
I
handfuls.
have a bag and a handful.
I got a handful of bags.
You get 5 oranges and chicken.
We can always make more gold.
So
Who knows? It might be useful to have this horse and carriage.
for a total of 5 bags, you'd be
renting.
able to rent the combination, and you'd get 2 bags and 5 handfuls back.
Okay.
Well, I can donate a handful and a bag, if need be.
It would just be bags for the rental.
Or excuse me, just a bag then.
I could donate a bag.
I'll put in 2.
I've got 1.
Okay, so that would
2, 3,
do it,
4.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Horse and carriage then.
Aye.
Sure.
For Bubba and whoever
So-
else needs it.
So you'll see on your maps there are indeed
I get it.
horses and some carriages near horse and carriage.
Oh, imagine.
Actually named.
And don't waste time around here in Tidegill. Right. So, as you all hop onto the carriage and set off, right, we should be able to reach the town of Dewberry in time for some ale and a decent room. Settle in. It's all clouds and open roads ahead.
Off to Dewberry.
We're on the carriage right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ruska does the little mechanism on Shell to get the cape going, and he just kind of stands at the helm with it, just like shit.
Mozzie actually grows with her wild touch like a little hammock out of vines and is just laying on the top of the like on the top of the carriage.
Nice.
As it swings you to sleep.
Yep.
Now, Deckard, previously you had decided that you were driving.
That was in the one shot, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That did not go well last time.
Okay. As we set off away from Tidegill, the coast fades further away, heading further into the greater Cytheria ahead. And that's where we're going to leave it this week. Good job, guys.
How am I gonna clear 4 stress?
What? Well,
Well, didn't since
I
you
could.
Because if we could do a long rest, I can do 2 because I have, for my Warden of Renewal, I have Clarity of Nature. And it says once per long rest, you can create a space of natural serenity within close range. When you spend a few minutes resting with the space, you clear stress equal to your instinct. And that would give me 2 less. I have
wouldn't
4.
repotting herself and getting water to clean her out of the alcohol would help with getting rid of any of the stress?
no, it wouldn't.
Okay.
It wouldn't really count as a short rest in any way.
Okay.
I
Um,
it went flying.
That's a good idea.
I was only curious because I was thinking about the
I
idea
saw it go
that
flying. I just
being
Yep.
I forgot the name
It
of the
blended
place, but
into
yeah.
all with the carpet.
Lichens.
Yes, yes.
I'm just
Yeah, if-
afraid because I can clear stress. So anyway, but it's like a long rest, and I don't know. When
I will tell you this: since we're on carriage and we're going to make better ground, tell you what, let's
I tell you what.
go ahead and do the benefits of a. Let's go do a long rest. You guys are going to be in the carriage for several hours,
Okay.
and then you're going to make one stop before Dewberry. So
There are buttons
How
that
much
says downtime.
stress do you have right
there is a
now?
button at the top.
I have
So-
4 currently.
Well, before we do that,
I mean, this is going to do nothing for me.
it won't do anything for me either. Once per long rest, you can give a heartfelt, inspiring speech. All allies within far range clear 2 stress.
Well, that'd be nice.
So rather than taking a long rest, since most of us don't even need it, I could just do that.
I'm gonna
Okay,
work on a
that would be
project.
great.
How does that work for you again?
I just once per long rest, I can give a heartfelt speech. All of my allies within far range clear 2 stress.
If
That's
you can do
amazing.
that, then I could do clarity of nature because that's also during long rest, and I can clear stress equal to my instinct.
So let's say you give a drunken speech.
Yeah.
So between your drunken speech and my clarity of nature, I will have
Clear
no
4
stress.
stress. That's
That
awesome.
would be great.
That's great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone clears 2 stress. If you have any stress, you
I think you have 1,
I have 1, yeah.
so you can clear that.
And also we got the armor slot I used.
So if you you get 2 options from the list. So your speech is 1 option from that list, I believe, or 1 option for downtime, right?
no.
Or it's
that's-
just an added
That's
ability.
just an ability, yeah, for
so
my subclass.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, wait, if we are doing long rest, instead of me using that clarity of nature, I could just do, there is that option to clear all stress.
Mhm.
And I can
Yeah, I
just
guess
do
you don't
that
have to use
instead,
it at all.
So I don't have to use it until next time.
If we were doing a short rest, you'd be able to use it and
Yeah.
clear everything.
I'm
But
gonna-
yeah, I would say go ahead and just use that as one of your options.
Okay.
You can clear all hit points, you can clear all stress, you can repair all armor, or you can prepare. Describe how you're preparing for the next day's adventure. Then gain hope. If you choose to prepare with 1 or more members of your party, you may each take 2 hope.
Okay. I'm gonna say that I cleared stress, and how I did that was through compost and preparing my
Your hammock.
doing my hammock, sleeping off the booze and the elements, and just
Wonderful.
I guess I'm gonna prepare by cleaning my pistol.
That's awesome. Doing like the army, like the gun thing where you the dressing.
Yeah, just so I can get another hope because I'm down to 1 hope right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also gonna prepare.
What are you preparing?
Uh,
How do you prepare for the next day's adventure?
right now, since I am pretty drunk, me preparing would just be taking quite a nice long nap and sobering up.
Oh, I will help you prepare, and I will also make Bubba a hammock out of vines, so
Okay.
he can rest and sober up.
So you're clearing stress and preparing.
Yeah.
You're preparing. So each of you take 2 hope.
Wow, nice, yeah.
I was already full of it.
Does that mean me too? I'm not
you-
preparing with them.
You would just take 1 hope.
I would just take 1. Cool. And then I guess I'm also working on a project.
Actually, I think it doesn't really specify this, but I think you do take 2 because you can prepare in a short rest as well, and you just take 1.
Okay.
So I think by contrast, take 2 hope.
Okay, cool. Then I'll figure out what project I'm working on.
And I think generally speaking, I think long rests are going to be not quite as often with us.
Yeah.
With this adventure, I think we're going to be out more. But short rests are pretty relatively frequent. However, for every short rest, I take 1d4 fear. For every long rest, I take 2d4 fear. I'm almost full up on fear, so I'm not going to take them.
Yeah, I'd say so. Sheesh.
There wasn't a whole lot of opportunity for me to spend fear.
So when you
this episode.
downtime, your hope automatically sets back to 2?
It shouldn't.
Well, it did.
It resets.
No,
if you
I guess
if you
because I hit prepare.
Yeah, if you prepare,
Okay.
that'll give you.
Oh yeah.
So you get 2 after every short rest. That's what you start with. And then if you do a prepare, you can add 1 hope. So you should have 3.
So you can only do 2 moves in a long rest, and you have to choose those, correct?
From the list, yeah.
Okay.
Paired twice.
I repaired armor and
What?
cleared stress.
Nice.
6 now. That doesn't make any sense.
It shouldn't reset your hope on downtime.
It could have just automatically since I hit prepare or prepare.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
As long as it's square.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode. Listen in next week as we continue on our Daggerheart adventure.